Hello everybody, welcome to CPL Match of the Week. We're back once again. I'm Neblime, here with me is Saetzero. It's still the preseason technically. I know you're all out there playing your matches, which is very exciting. And this is going to be the last match of the week before we get into the actual season. The real CPL, if you will. What do you think, Saetzero? Is preseason real, or is it just a figment of our imagination?
Well, it's real in that the games have been played, but there's no stakes on the line. No teams have been formed, no standings to follow, no playoff seeding to influence. So...
Except sandbagging to go down a tier, the great CPL tradition. That's the real stakes. Although, why sandbag when you could just pay Snipe? That's the easy way out.
See, I just play like normal. Is that what you do? Is that why you're still allowed to play in this league?
Hey, didn't you class my games? Although, you know, I look at one of them and I'm like, geez, I must have been throwing that one.
I think that's why you're not regulated to coaching only.
That's right. Okay, so we haven't picked any particular group here. We just have some particular games, some of which were recommended to us, some of which were not, that I just picked out. And the games on the screen may not be all. If we have time, there may be a bonus game. Maybe not. But we're getting into the first not bonus game. It's just a regular game.
Are these all week 1, week 2, variety?
It's mixed.
Sick. I get to see different maps. I'm excited.
Alright, in the top right, in the pink, we have Saetzero, a proud emu, by the way. And the bottom left, in the grey, we have Ocelotta. Good luck, have fun. First time CPL. Ocelotta, welcome to CPL. Now we're here to cast you and expose all your flaws. People in chat know I'm probably not going to be kind, but Saetzero might be.
Wait, what? Why? Why are I going to be kind? Why are you not going to be kind? What's going on?
I'm always picking up people's mistakes. I'm like, oh my god, he didn't make a drone for 3 seconds.
But this is not a Terran player. They didn't put the depot 1 hex away from the optimal position. Like, you're usually kind of nice when it's not Terran.
Well, if they put the Evo 1 hex away from the optimal position, I might say something. We'll see.
Well, here is your classic CPL matchup, as you like to say.
That's
and we're seeing not shenanigans on the 2-player map. This is Eclipse, so this is week 2. So, you know, a little more, hopefully more balanced seeding. You know, feeling it out, especially for the
balanced seeding, did you say? Oh, seeding. Oh, I thought you said
seeding.
As in, like, seating in the, in the theater or whatever. Oh my god.
Wait, what is seating in the theater?
You know, like, you go to see a show, your seating is such as it is, you know?
I think you're just heavily influenced right now by the Oscars. You just got theater stuff on your mind.
Dude, I didn't even know about that until Jacino told me, by the way, so don't think I'm, like, following that avidly or anything.
I almost muted their names off to my Twitter. I can't handle how much attention this gets.
I'm a boomer, I don't even use Twitter or know how to use it. Well, then again, like, Twitter is kind of for the older generation anyway by now, isn't it?
I don't know. I just do what I like, and it's completely good. We are actually seeing, though, this is, I think this is on the lower end of the groups. We're actually seeing the gateway expand. That's exciting to see.
Well, I wouldn't quite call this the lower end. I call this like the middle of the pack, more or less. Now look at this.
Well, it's not the tier 0, high tier 1.
That
where we're used to seeing the gateway expand. The confidence that you're not gonna overextend with the Zealot to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Good micro there by what do you call it? Saetzero, keeping that probe live and delaying that hatch as much as they can. Of course, there's 2 drones down there. You don't want to lose that probe, so especially with gateway expand. So I think it's good not to try too hard to deny that expansion. Oh, by the way, Ocelotta is also on emus. I forgot to mention as I was doing the intro. So it's actually an emu, like, civil war. They got tired of beating up on Australians.
So I'm guessing that is like, what is that like your full team name? What is the full team name?
United Emu Directorate. Emu Civil War would have been a good name, though. We should have gone with that. Yes, the United Emu Directorate has come to restore order to the CPL sector.
That's a pretty good team name. I don't mind the one I'm on. It's about family, you know.
Which one were you on? Oh, Too Fat, Too Furious?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Like what you said.
It's about family.
Alright, these links coming up here, getting a nice round on the Zealot. Yeah, Saetzoro's got to run away with this. Oh, run back to Aya. Because you're on freaking Tarsonis right now. You don't want to die here, but alas, you will.
Yeah, so that means 5 links are still alive. Nexus hasn't been started. And you can see how thrown off this here is that this is why we don't see this build very often at the lower levels. Is that it's so easy to put yourself in a bad spot. You can see 5 links still alive, has to get the forge. Everything hella delayed at this point. And it's like, this is just to plug up walls. Ocelot are in a great spot, even though they didn't really do that much damage. It's just Max Axel put himself in a bad spot. And look how much damage this gateway is already taking.
Yeah, like, I imagine if you get the Fortune that cannon right away, these Zealots could actually be attacking right now, but as it is, he's held back here. Now, you got to remember these 6 links, there were 3 drones that didn't get made, but at the same time, Ocelot is not making any additional links, so really getting away with droning very hard. But look at this hatchery. 3 hatch, 2 base. Interesting. You don't see that often in PvZ. Maybe a mutaplay we're looking at?
I see. I'm actually kind of thinking this might be a Hydra play, right? Because if there is any kind of counterattack, you can't throw Zealots at that 3rd over at the 9 to get the easy harass to force extra links. Everything's a little more consolidated, so we'll see what it actually ends up being. I'm not used to seeing this at all, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, and we see the Hydra then going down.
Yeah, wow, okay, I guess you're right. I'm surprised, because I would have said the most common scenario where Zerg's worrying about Zealot counterattacks is when you're going Mutalisk and it forces Stimulus to come home, but I guess Ocelot is thinking something else. Look at this, he's coming back.
You're too good of a player. You don't have the brain of, like, the lower end of the table. I could be like, well, there's less spots to defend. It's just easier. It just lets you do the Hydra thing, not have to worry about it. But you can see how much this is delaying everything. Like, look at this point. Still no Cybercore even started. Yeah,
and, like, Gateway is supposed to kind of get that pretty fast, right? Like, there it goes. Look, I'm not going to claim to be any good at Protoss or Zerg, okay? That's just not how it goes. You see me play Zerg, you'd be like, "What the hell is he doing?" And you'll see me play Protoss.
What are you talking about? You do 9 pool speed. I'm sure you're a king of Zerg.
Well, when I don't do that, it starts getting ugly. And you see me play Protoss, you'll just be like, "All right, his rights to complain about SimCity have been revoked forever." Just see my Protoss bases, they're bad. Okay, the Zealots coming across now, looking like they want to try and get something done here. Now, I don't know, the Hydras are actually morphing. They will scout them, I suppose, so that's something, but they certainly will not be getting any damage done yet.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because that Overlord that Ocelot has by the entrance, I don't think they saw this move out. So I think these lanes are the first thing seeing it. You see No Sun gets ready, just starting to work on the Hydras, and this is still 5 Zealots. This is still pretty robust. Even though the Shield's one's gone, you can see the drones being pulled here. There's a lot of drones being made, but there's still an opportunity to do some pretty big damage here for Max.
I can't believe these Zealots are targeting the Hydras too. This is like, the one time the drones are like, yes, kill me, the Zealots are like, nah. So they're going to get cleaned up pretty efficiently for Zerg here, really. That's micro there.
Yeah, and now you're Protoss. You see, oh, you're going Hydras. Oh, you're going Hydras. You can see the good response, just throwing down some cannons here. But that did kill off all your forces. What I would actually love to see from Ocelot here, abandon the push entirely. Just go mass drones, go take a 4th hatchery over at the 9. Because this is like the thing you can do. When there's no scouting info, you're playing in the dark, you see these early Hydras, there's a good chance you're going to overreact.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because he already doesn't have a 3rd base, like, even though he's taking it now, he's kind of already not really going to get ahead from this. He's kind of compelled to try and do damage, I think, but he is droning up, like you say.
He had a lot of drones, like, when that Zealot attack hit, like, more than 973 would normally have, right?
Yeah,
so it's
sure.
like, I don't think it's actually that bad of a spot. You can see already the reaction. A fort being made in the main, went Citadel first, so there's no Stargate, you don't have to worry about any of that kind of pressure. And you can just wait, when range finishes, just poke at this gateway, just be annoying, but you don't have to commit to an attack. You already made 5 cannons, you see the reaction here, so it's gotta be feeling good.
So, I guess in the long run, if you take the 3rd later, if you've made the drones, it's kind of not that bad, but it would have been so much more efficient. It's not like he needed this SimCity to defend. The SimCity played no role whatsoever in that defense, so I really got to say, Ocelot could have just taken the 3rd. But anyway, now he's looking pretty good, and more cannons still going up. Wow. Technical Archives was so delayed, because Max Axel was just focused on making cannons as well.
And even a gas investment, there's one goon in the main to chase out this Overlord, which
wow.
is not actually chasing it to kill it, it's just being annoying, which is just a flex in its own way, right? But you see Oscillator over at the 9, 2nd hatchery on the way. It's not even done yet, but we're going to be going to it. Lair's going to be finished, up to a good amount of hatcheries. The drone count's looking phenomenal right now, and Max is preparing for an attack that is definitely not going to come.
Yeah, you can see the trauma that Protoss has suffered here in this cannon count. This is a Protoss that is damaged. Like, you know, they've died before, and they're like, okay, and this time, I'm going to make freaking 9 cannons. I'm not going to fall for it. Meanwhile, drones continue to hatch.
Oh, come on, this Overlord. Just kill this Overlord. This is just disgusting. I mean, it's not that it's going to get any valuable info, but it's just annoying at this point. But this Overlord's still being allowed in the main. You can see Lurker aspect on the way. No Robo started. Like, you're feeling great about that. Like, everything in this game even though it hasn't been much, that Zealot attack that didn't really do anything, big investment there. These small amount of Hydras killing a gateway and causing this massive overreaction. 10 drones in production right now. Onslayer is doing phenomenal, and Max is gonna, like, I hope they plan to do like a 2-base power and like do some big attack, because if they try to take this into a long game, they're already in a really bad spot for that.
Finally that Overlord died. Stream chopping, is that true? Oh, I'm looking at it myself, I can see that. God damn, why is that happening? Hold on a minute.
Yes, yeah, a little bit off the side.
What's going on here? Sorry guys,
All
I don't
good.
know what's causing that.
The excitement for some more casts.
Hey?
It's just the excitement of more games to cast. It's very exciting here. I mean, while you're kind of fiddling around, you can see like this gateway count is starting to work up a little bit, but it's not going to be enough to get a big push going. One DT is going to try to sneak out, see if he gets anything done. The Overlord should have seen it if you're paying attention, but it going to the bottom side, it's not like there's no bases down there. You're not going to be in a terrible spot, and you can just see Oscillator's position, extra hatchery going down. Everything just looking so good here. Even a Spire being made, which without taking a Stargate, I wonder if that's actually for Mutas. That'd be sick.
Yeah, you mean yeah, it would be an interesting switch, but the problem is not much gas banked up, and presumably Protoss going to start building goons before too long for lurkers anyway. With this DT, it's going to find the one Overlord down here on the map. Okay, no one's saying it's
one thing it
can't in the
can't.
chat, so I assume it's not.
Yeah, it can't. It can't. It's the only thing it can't kill, and it can see it, which is unfortunate. You can see so many Overlords already grouped upside of natural, but there's a little push of Zealots over at that 9 o'clock. But you can see Sunken's already ready. Lurker ramp, no chance.
None, not in a million years. Those Zealots are gonna get in there. So yeah, like you're saying, Oscillator looking real good right now. Got so many drones out now. Protoss has not been slacking on the pros whatsoever, but they are going to need a new location to mine from if they're going to make full use of all those. And no move to take a third just yet. How many gates we got? Only 6 gates, and that normally means you can take a third pretty fast here. So I think Max does have to try and make that happen, but how? With all this Hydra lurk running around, it's going to be very dangerous to do so.
Yeah, I'm very worried with his army already on the map. Lots of Zealots here. It's like, that means I think you just set up the contain, no big deal at all. And dropping research too, that would be a pretty cool move that we see here. Max is trying to pull back though. Zealots taking some big damage, but not getting killed off just yet. Is Storm done? Like, I see all these Templar. Is Storm ready?
If it's not done, it hasn't started.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, so I mean, as soon as Observer's out, this is actually a pretty weak contain. Kind of actually just free lurkers for the Protoss. Where are these Templars going? No! No! Okay, never mind. I'll talk about who's getting free kills now. Honestly, these top cannons probably need to die just to get out of there. Not like that other game we casted last week, but like the gateways wouldn't die. But yeah, I think Protoss can get out of this pretty easily, to be honest. It's only 2 lurkers. And so it makes you question why Zerg sent this stuff across, because it's more vulnerable. Look at the massive reinforcements coming. I hope those drones are intentional, but I suspect that they are not.
Yeah, but you could set up that Hydra contain and look. It's so much stuff here. Even if you fight your way out, Max started to bank up money. They can't spend because they just don't have enough gateways here. If they break this contain, they're going to lose a decent amount of their force to do it anyway. I feel like you're not going to immediately die here. You just delayed the third so much. As drop is nearing completion. Oh, that'd be a great way to open this game, put more pressure in the main, but we'll see. Max is looking like they are going to poke out, just making it a little bit easier whenever they pull the trigger to finally move. Oscillator just has time, though. I mean, it's about to finish, and this army is still pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I don't know what Max X is waiting for here, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. There's plenty of Zealot Goon, plenty of Stormers available, and it's not like there's any sudden power spike going to happen here for Protoss. So, I mean, he's really kind of just letting the game go more and more in Zerg's favor the longer he waits here.
There's reports of you still getting extreme lag.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, hang on. Give it a minute, see if it gets better, because I'm going to close the stream. Normally I watch it myself at the same time, but I'm closing it now. So can you?
I got it all. Yeah, I got it off on the side. Second monitor has been beautiful since I decided to actually buy one.
Okay, so
ooh, we're gonna attempt at a breakup though. Yeah, not that much damage so far. We do see Ocelot keeping a lot of the forces back, still reinforcing. You see a lot more Hydras moving across the map, but this Protoss army is still pretty intimidating. Lurker drop did go down to natural. Did some pretty big pro damage. It evened it up. I think it did like a good 15 kills worth. Yeah, 7, 12, 19. Damn.
That is
and so many lurkers being morphed. This is the opportunity though. If Protoss wants to break out, you gotta do it now before those lurkers finish morphing. It's just Zealots moving out, though. Not doing that much damage. The rest of the army not going through. I think this drop has really thrown the Protoss off their game. They are still building up quite the army, but look at that supply. It gets evened out, and there's so many probes dead. Lurker drop went in the main as well. This is insane what we're seeing here.
I keep missing it.
I'm only seeing it after the fact, too. I looked at the program like, how did you lose 20 more? They were all out of the natural.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is brutal. Well, we were wondering what Pros has to do. Now you have to do some damage. Like, you can't try to take this in macro game anymore. You can see the bank is already run dry. Like, oh, that was a great
I mean, at this point, maybe it's a good thing if you don't have too many probes taking up supply, because you can't mine. And look, like I was saying before, I feel like Protoss had a moment to break out. Well, hang on, he's going to try it now. This Lurk is very clumped. Storm not really hitting the big clump in the south. I really want to see a Storm on that. Guys, you need to know if the Lurkers are clumped together, they're in, like, really OP unless you use splash damage to deal with them. So you see a clump of Lurkers, that's your prime target for Storm. Unfortunately, he does not storm them, and he's now retreating with the Templars. Okay, there we go, get to those ones. But the Hydra's kind of just winning the fight on their own, unfortunately. Where's the rest of the Protoss army? Look at this Zealot! This Zealot is the traitor who's holding back the entire Protoss army. He finally starts moving forward. And with that, I think Protoss has enough to break out of this. But what is he going to do from here? He has a very
look at these reinforcements, and Adrenalin's almost done. Fourth base has been taken from Zerg as well, so even Prush breaks out here. The situation's still looking dire. You can see the supply count. We're pretty even from both sides, and Zerg's not going to be unhappy about that.
Ooh, Observer does fall there. But what does Zerg have at home before this stuff dies? The fourth will not hold if Protoss goes there. And what about the natural too? I mean, Zerg could potentially die if Protoss counterattacks. I don't know. Not that Protoss has much money, and taking a third kind of seems off the table at this point.
Yeah, you still get chop issues. We'll see if we figure it out after this game, unfortunately.
Okay. Alright.
But, I mean, Adrenaline's done, so Hive Tech Link's going in. It's all Dragoons, not Zealots here to help out. Not really, anyway. So you can see just buying the time needed. But Oscillator did take big damage. The Protoss is starting to rebuild that probe count, starting to get a little bit of supply lead, and attempting to take this third base. There's a Hydra just looking at it. It could be doing something about it, but it's just watching.
That's been there since like 7 minutes in the game, by the way. I don't know if he wanted to like morph it into a Lurker or what. I mean, okay, this is going to be really tough for Max Essa because he has to push and kill that fourth. He is so behind economically after those Lurker drops that if he does not kill that fourth, he is just going to be overwhelmed. But at the same time, he has to defend this third. Look, honestly, I think the best option really would be just pushing and trying to kill the main as Max Axa here, because I think he could definitely accomplish that. Zerg has lost a lot in this contain. The Clump Lurkers got decimated, and he kind of just plowed through the rest of it. Look at this. He's going to try and take another base instead. Whoa, okay, flipping my logic on its head, that kind of makes sense, because even if you let this fourth leave, if you take your own fourth, you're kind of doing okay. And look at this Zerg kind of wasting a few units, streaming them across. Well, okay, a Crackling's ever a waste, let's be real.
No, they're going to do well worth their damage. You can see Lurkers coming in. Storm kind of hitting great. Some Lurkers do move into it after the fact. Does finally kill some links.
Yeah.
There's just no Zealots here, though. If you had more Cracklings, like this is just Dragoons, like you could just bait out Storms here. Very cost effective. Wouldn't be bad. And, like, you have a couple Hydras going to move towards that third for the counterattack. There's no defense there.
Yeah, this is all you need to do as Zerg, and you win because he didn't put anything there. He has a few units at the rally, but he's just sending them to the army. Like, this seems to be enough, but he's not really controlling them. Okay, there you go. He sends, like, a couple now. I don't know if that's technically enough. Probably not. But at the same time, taking a fight near the Zerg base. And this is the thing. If he does push into the Zerg main, it might not matter. Well, let's see. Yeah, I don't think these two units can kill these two Hydras, but a big fight going down. Where are the Storms? You got to deal with these Cracklings somehow. Oh, no, they're decimating these Dragoons. Storms the eggs, but you need two Storms. He just doesn't have them. Lurkers hatch at full HP. Goons all going down. Okay, the Hydras did get cleaned up at the third, though. Yeah, Protoss needs to get this army out of here. Oh, it's probably too late already.
I mean, still, it's just such big damage that we're seeing again. That probe count did take some more damage with stuff that got transferred to the third. So even if, like, the Zerg defends this, at any reasonable spot, they're looking good. But look, they're up supply, up a ton of workers. That fourth has been completely unharassed. Defense is going to be pretty good. Now, the one thing I would say is that we've seen High Tech for a while. No Defiler, no Plague, like no big moves to like put more pressure on or make this army harder to fight. But even still, the situation's so good for Zerg here. I don't think it matters. Storm's going down.
Yeah, that was a good one. You look, honestly, sometimes it feels almost worth it just for Adrenal. But look at this third. It's not even mining, really. Like, Protoss needs to get their economy in gear for sure. And I don't know if Zerg really needs this Hive Tech you're talking about. Just getting +3 in Adrenal looks like it's going to be enough here, the way Protoss is going. Okay, looks like might try and defend this ramp. Plenty of cannons natural, I suppose, with no Dark Swarm. Oh my god, these
Ooh,
need to get
look at the
out
top
of here.
left. These zealots at the top left trying to
Nice.
put some kind of counter pressure on, but there's so many Zerg units right by the third, right by the natural.
Well, he has
Needs to be
storms.
careful. This
Oh, he didn't storm the ramp. The Lings are all getting up. That's what he needed to stop. Where are the storms? These Templars with so much energy, while the Lings just tear through everything. Unfortunately, this is a tale we see often in CPL. Templar with so much energy and yet reluctant to send those storms out. There you go. There's the suicide storm, but it's too late. Now these lurkers are going to stream up here and take out this base with ease. The Zealots did get that base down, but they threw themselves on the Sunkens. GG. Alright.
Man, that game from Ocelot are pretty impressive what we saw. I like seeing the drops. Even with the contain, just Max wasn't paying the full attention, found the opportunity to get the lurkers behind the mineral line, do some big damage, and didn't overextend afterwards. I would like to see the Defilers, but that's the only complaint I got, and that's quite the thing to say when you watch these games. It's like, usually you can pick a lot of stuff apart, but that game felt like it made a lot of sense.
Okay, so I'm just going to try and restart the stream, see if that does it, because I don't honestly understand what the issue is. So we're going to try that. We're back in 2 seconds. Alright, stream is live. Can people hear us?
I don't know, I'm watching an ad.
Yeah, same. Well, I'm gonna change to the StarCraft screen so people can see me move my mouse around. Okay, people on the stream, how's this? Is it stuttering or are we good now?
Yeah, a little delay. We will take a look and see how things are going. I'm looking at the screen.
Tomato can already hear us. He's in first.
Yeah. I don't see your mouse at all on the screen.
Oh, true. It's not even on. Well, that's sad. I forgot about that. It's not even on. So it doesn't get in the way of observing. Okay, well, you can see me navigating menus. I don't want to show people the replay folder, though.
Wait, you turned off your mouse when you observe?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Why not?
That's how you could... Because when you have the mouse open, you can point the stuff while we're talking about other things.
Just make a box. Just make a box.
I guess.
Nah, trust me.
You're crazy.
Okay, Escalate seems good. I suspected that restarting would fix it because there's no good reason for it to stutter, therefore there's no actual fix you need to do. You just restart it, fixes for no reason. Okay, great. So happy that happened.
You just hit it with the font special. You just like slap the fucking computer. It's like, all right, we're better now. I fixed the internet. IT support.
All right. People in chat, let us know if it starts stuttering again. We're gonna go into the next game. Sorry about that last one. Hope it still came across.
Hey, I mean, if it was stuttering, they missed the lurker stuff too. So it wasn't just us; it's everybody. Collective group effort.
Oh my god! All right. In the top right, in the red, we have Jonebone 98. Is that an AKA? And the bottom left, in the orange, we have Vile Tomato. Now, Jonebone is actually polarized, I'm told.
So I see that on the stream delay from your little intro. So we will take a look and see if there is still stuttering. I'm going to keep an eye on it as we're in the early part of this. But you know, it's TVZ. You want to talk about TVZ? We don't need to look at the screens for a while to talk about TVZ while I make sure the stream's looking good.
Well, you're not going to miss anything in this here early game as well because we're not seeing any kind of early game build. So, I mean, what is there to say about TVZ we haven't already said on Eclipse? You know, Tastosis actually was talking about this on an ASL cast recently, I remember, about how two-player maps tend to be a bit harder for Zerg because there aren't that many bases to take, but you kind of have to get to a very late game for that to make sense, and there's a double gas space on Eclipse, which if you can take early on will be advantageous for Zerg, but he's very hard to defend, so it's a very sneaky option. Look,
yeah, I don't really ever see people take that. I want them to try, but I don't see it very often.
Yeah, it is rare, but it's for a good reason because it's so hard to defend. It's quite wide open. I'm just thinking the only time I can think of is in my CPL game where I lost, where Zerg took it and I didn't know about it for a long time. So yeah, maybe. So stream works.
I mean, it seems okay so far. Now, I'm actually a little interested in the build we're seeing from the Zerg player. Look at how late this pool is, this gas, and like
overpool
11
gas.
Pool.
It ain't 9 pool speed.
It was an 11 pool?
No, it was overpool, was it not?
No, I saw 11.
Really? That is
I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be like an 11 hatch. I'm like, that's interesting. And then it became an 11 pool. So yeah, very interesting. I'm not sure what this means. If it's just gonna try to put on some kind of pressure, or you know, hope to punish if the opponent doesn't want to make a wall, which is what we are seeing here. I don't know really what I'm looking at.
Well, yeah, so Terran can easily defend just on the ramp or whatever if Zerg chooses to make 6 lanes. Thing is, this scout needs to stay in there and see if he does make 6 lanes right away. It could just be that Zerg wants a super fast lair timing, but it does kind of seem like... Oh, look at that SCV spamming that click, kills that drone mercilessly. You're not even happy about this, just like, oh, how dare Terran win at anything.
I mean, yeah, I think that's the common consensus, right? But it's like that. Look how much money got built up from Vile Tomato here. The hatchery definitely got delayed. The SUV is even going to be able to escape with its life. We do see 6 lanes on the way, and look how fast this lair is.
Do we, Saetzero? Why did you have to cast a curse those lings' existence? Why did you kill them with your own hands?
I'm just testing the limits of my power, which apparently, like, why am I not better at StarCraft if I can change the game that heavily? Why don't?
That was such
I'm
like
very
an evil thing to say. Why did you kill those Zerglings? I was just testing the limits of my power. Why did Vile Tomato do that?
The SCV gets in. It sees one hatchery lair. It sees like no drones. It saw 2 lings.
Of course.
What are you like? This is.
Lurkers are going to show up. They're going to try and run up this ramp, and the game will end one way or another. That's basically what we're seeing here. Typically, Zerg doesn't actually expand this early when they do this. They really go all out and go like 9 pool and get the layer right away. It's a pretty old strategy. The good old 1-hatch lurker, but this is like 1.5-hatch lurker, I guess. And look at that. He's going to start his lurker aspect at what, 338? He's going to start his lurker aspect.
Yeah, you can wait for as long as you want. Who dropped? Yeah, we're going in for the real old school tactics now. As Terran,
more wrong in the casting, but anyway, yes.
All right, let's talk about Terran real quick, right? Because with the opener, the info you've seen, it's like your hatchery's super low, your lair's super fast. Why are we not seeing an adaptation to a faster eBay or a faster academy? Why is it still looking very normal here, where it's like you're already so far ahead, you can deviate a little bit just to stop the shenanigans?
Well, look, to be honest with you, if Vile Tomato went for like an aspect right away, it would have been very hard for Terran, but since he went for drop right away, Terran can still theoretically defend everything here, I think. He does need an eBay, definitely. But like, I feel like he should kind of be able to get established, I think, with a bunker and a turret.
Oh, look at his SUV. It managed to get in again, still not blocking the ramp. Sees exactly what you need to see here, but you still have to sniff out the drop. That's I think that's the key here. That there's no animation on the lair, like, you know, getting a thing, right? So you don't know that it's dropped.
There isn't in StarCraft.
Look at these Marines
either, is there? I'm just wondering. Ooh, this is a move. This is actually a really strong move. If he moves across the map, there's actually nothing Vile Tomato has. That Hydra is not going to do anything. Oh my god, I never thought of doing this against like 2-hatch lurker or 1-hatch lurker. But this is actually gonna be brutal for Zerg. Oh, this Hydra's gonna get out though. Okay, well, let's see if he can get there in time. What were you saying?
I mean, you're not gonna have medics. You're not gonna have stim.
Doesn't matter. What's Zerg gonna have? Okay, this sunken finishes, then that's that. But if it doesn't, I mean, how many Marines are there? 8 Marines can gun it down pretty quick if they get there in time. Oh, but he's hesitating. He's missing his window. Okay, this sunken's gonna be done. He does have to turn back. That is tragic, because if he just went straight there, he probably would have been able to kill that. If he thinks those are the only Hydras, he is sadly mistaken. I still kind of like this move because it's containing those Hydras, but he does need to sniff out the drop, like you pointed out. I feel like whenever you're up against like a low base Hydra play, you need to just send a worker like around to the 3rd and like around to like Death Alley over here to see if anything's hanging around, because you just got to assume it's a possibility. But look at this, he's moving out again. I mean, if there were no Hydras on the map, this would be fine, but unfortunately there are, and I feel like this is going to come in here. Terran's not even going to know. Oh, this is actually unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not what... Well, I mean, it's what I want to see. It's like, as Terran, this is not what you're looking for right here. Now, if he can actually break through, it won't be bad, but you can see Lurker already reinforced to help that defense a little bit here. Ultimato is starting to add on some drones, and, you know, we'll have a second step to this game plan. But those Lurkers are about to finish Morvik soon. eBay, there's turret at the front, nothing in the main.
Did you say Lurkers, Saetzero? Because, oh, okay, now it's 2. It was 1 for a while there. So, unfortunately, he did morph them both at once. Bit of a mistake there, really going to slow down this drop. And yeah, I think Terran is really not aware what's happening here.
Well, the Marines aren't pulling the trigger to go through. The medics are even like a little bit behind here. So I wonder if they're sniffing out that there's some weird stuff going on, or if they're really going to try to make this happen here. Lurkers are done being loaded in, and just factory barracks being added. Still no turrets in the main. This could be really big damage from the Zerg. And what was John Bun going to do when it happens?
There's absolutely no Terran units in this base, by the way. Like, they're all just rallying across the map. Oh no, he
Ooh,
spends a
let's scan.
scans the natural. I don't think he's going to attack. What? He saw it. He saw it. I love that move, except that he needs that scanner. That's the only problem with this. Okay, he can just land again, no problem. Okay, but these SCVs going to have to go somewhere. Ooh, is he bringing back any forces? No. Oh god, the SCVs. No, get out of there. Oh god, these SCVs only have so far to run. They're kind of in a pretty precarious position. Marine's starting to go down. Oh no, here he burrows. Run away, SCVs. Oh no. Oh no.
There's nothing, and there's no reaction here. Like, not retreating with the army, not going for the attack to,
Not
like,
even
do
pulling
something done.
SCVs. I'm not sure what he's even doing right now. Okay, there you go. He does pull them finally, but far too late. So many die. Now Terran has hardly any workers left. Okay, a few more Marines being produced at last. I'd love him to land that main CC. Oh, he's going to try and bust the natural, but that is doomed to failure. That is never going to work in a million years. All these Marines are going to die so quickly. Disaster for Terran right now. Everything going wrong. I don't know. I mean, he still has the CCs. He still has enough workers for the game to continue, but I don't know. I don't think Terran's going to win from here. Okay, takes that one. Does he land? Okay, he's going to land and get that energy back. Those bunkers are certainly not in range there. Look at this, more lurkers attacking though, and these SCVs are like way off in the middle of the map. Oh my god, these Marines trying to escape. Oh, and they almost do. Nice. Wow, actually really microing his heart out with these Marines here while his CC's getting slowly burned down.
This is such a weird game, and like I wonder, like, how do you feel about games like this where it's like we saw the position Terran was in, this shouldn't have happened, but then it did. So it's like, is this good for Zerg for making it happen, or is this bad for the Terran?
Round 2. Look, I just feel like Terran just doesn't quite know what they need to do here. But look at this. Is he going to get this overlord with his lurker in it? Well, he forces it to go back anyway. Look, it's just like you can see Terran either hasn't dealt with this enough times or has never really learned like what they need to do. So I don't know. I don't feel like anyone's like doing anything like, you know, illegal or anything. It's just, oh my god.
I don't know. This looks kind of illegal. Oh, look at these SCVs. Lurkers, burrow.
Wait, are there even any Marines in here? Okay, there are enough Marines to stop the lurkers. Oh, run back! Oh no. These poor SCVs. They just want to return to their home. Oh my god. SCV refugees right now. Lurkers are like, no. It's a war zone. Okay, Terran with like 3 SCVs able to mine. Look at this lurker coming up in here. Might be a mistake if these Marines can clean it up, or it might be the greatest move ever if you can kill all these SCVs. Okay, no, it was a mistake. Okay, so now Terran can land their natural again, although it has flown quite far away. I'm not really sure why it's flying it back when you could just lift it and be safe. Okay, but Terran technically alive.
Yeah, I feel like you had a certain emphasis on the word technically there.
Oh, SCVs. Go, get in! Okay, they're gonna make it. Oh, my god, these SCVs have had a freaking time.
I don't know, like, the SCVs were not mining for so long, the ones that went into the middle of the map to stay alive. It took so long to resecure their base, and we see now Spire has been made and done, Flyer Carapace starting to work on making mutas, and, like, if you're Terran here, you're just gonna try to build up a force. You're like, I need something to fight, so...
No, there's no time for that. He just has to build up SCVs. This is what he has to build. I mean, okay, Muta's fine, I mean, whatever, but why Carapace in particular, I do wonder.
That, I figure you would go for the weapons, right? So you can kill the turrets faster, because there's not going to be fucking many of them.
To be fair, there aren't any of them right now. Oh, okay, there's one at the natural, I suppose, technically. But yeah, that might be a fair point. Now, what did Terran just scan? He sees the spy, but he does not see the Mutas, unfortunately. Oh wow, he knows though. He makes the turrets right away. I don't know how he can quite afford those. Look, honestly, these Mutas might be a bit of a throw at this point by Zerg. No, not that they're not still winning, but it kind of seems like it's the point in the game where they're not going to do too much. Range is up, like he's able to get these turrets. Well, we'll see how good his Mutamicro is, I guess.
Well, I mean, also, Queen's Nest is done. If you want to just go, you can go into Greater Spire, go off your hive, just be a maniac. Because look at the top left, taking the double gas base. Terran could do nothing about any of this. And look at those mutas. Big flock moving towards that natural. Now, turrets are done, like you're saying, but the Marine count's so low. I feel like if you want to be aggressive, like, you could probably plow through this. The Terran's going to be so thrown off their game. Like, they're not going to emergency repair. Like, you're going to be able to get this done.
And true, every SCV he cooks off is that much more painful, actually. That's a good point. Oh, you look at this 3... Oh, no, he doesn't look like the bunkers try and come over here. One Mutalist falls. But yeah, this is so hard for Terran to deal with right now. Oh, another SCV.
And look, even making tanks in the background, this is slowing down any attempt at getting vessels, any kind of mobile detection or radiate to help out as well. Can't even make Marines right now, just the economy is in such dire straits.
Yeah, the only hope for Terran here would have been if they had a vessel out, they could just radiate this away. But look at this, every SCV that falls is a huge deal here. The Marines start getting their damage in though. Ooh, a bit sloppy there by Zerg, but I don't think any Mutalisks actually died there. Yeah, if only this tank could shoot up, all Terran problems would be solved, but alas.
Yeah, so I gotta ask out of curiosity, did Vile Tomato recommend this game? Who recommended this game?
No one recommended this game, I just picked it. Oh my gosh, this tank. Look, it was worth it just for the story of those points. Look at this, the Mutals coming in here, just taking the engage. Ooh. Okay, now they're coming in the main, and these turrets are shooting them quite a bit. This might repel them for a little while, so Terran gonna hold on here.
Yeah, Carapace is going to finish up soon. There's only the one turret off on the side, so drop back on the table if you want to go for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it was there. I see. That makes sense, actually. I was just thinking, why do you have a turret off in the middle of nowhere? But against drops? Yeah, okay. Wait. Okay, he did unload. I was wondering if that lurker was still in that overlord from way back when, but no.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so beautiful.
Well, he's going to pick off this lurker at last.
And all things considered, still droning behind this, Hive about to finish, so you'll have whatever choice of tech you want, because everything getting thrown off. The bio is at 1-0 with no upgrades on the way. So if you're even going to go ultras, like, you're going to be in a beautiful spot to go ultras if you want to.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, the scans ran out just in time. Okay, there we go. Finally, 3 scans for 1 lurker. Okay, these mutas coming in looking for SCVs, but there are none. They're going to get the turrets instead. And Bai's going to come down. I mean, I don't know if this is worth it for Zerg, because it's not like there's anything to defend.
I mean, at this point, you just need to secure his base. You've been on one base. We're at 14 minutes in. You can't get your natural reestablished. Like, I think you need to make the try. And we do see that Ultralisk Cavern on the way here. It's like, Zerg can literally do whatever they want. Ultras are going to be great. Dark Swarm is going to be, like, impossible to deal with. You just don't have the numbers. But Terran is starting to build up a little bit of an army. Has to be careful here. All things considered, Vile's Tomato, like, got the supply lead, but it's still mostly drones. Like, there's a chance maybe Terran can get across the map, find a period of vulnerability, and they're even stimming in the middle of the map just to see what's going on, see the opportunity, while the mutas are going to keep doing backstab damage.
Well, but this is exactly what Terran wants, though, because Terran just arrives at your natural, and the Mutalist is still here. Okay, he doesn't want to lose the CC per se, though. Then, like, it's very hard for Zerg to do anything, because if the bio is, like, standing still, it's a lot easier to fight Mutalist, and he has a tank for any amount of Sunkens. Now, Great Aspire and Ultralisk Cavern coming up right now. Guardians are really good when you're ahead, but, like, is he going in every direction? I guess he does have 5 gas, so you know what, maybe he can.
I actually, because we still haven't even seen the starport, everything's getting so delayed, I like Guardians to keep that, very safely keep that natural under contained, make sure they're still in one base, and push in from the left side of the main if you really want to get crazy. You see a lot of defense back at the side of main as well. And Jonbot's not even looking at the other bases, just like, no, I gotta get in that main, I gotta do something about this natural, maybe kill some tech, it's your only chance.
Well, okay, here's the problem, he lost his natural comsat, that's the only detection he has. He doesn't have any energy left. If Zerg figures that out, he can crush this, but okay, Zerg doesn't actually know. And there's no vessel coming. There won't be a vessel this game, I can tell you that much. So, how's he ever going to get past his lurkers? He has to wait for a scan. He's about to break through, but he just cannot without scan energy.
I feel like we're watching a game from like 1999, back before people was like, but Science Vessel can't even attack, it's garbage.
Well, Terran would have like 10 tanks if that was the case too.
Ooh, 9 Guardians on the way, including some Ultras as well, but Carapace isn't done yet. So, like, these Ultras are going to be good, they're not going to be that good yet, especially with a couple tanks up the front. All the Sunkers have done, Jonbot's going to try to push to his natural. Lurkers being morphed as well, need to be careful. These Guardians just finished, they can put pressure as that natural almost got reestablished. It almost got to do something.
Crying like, oh, I just wanted to have 2 bases. The Ultralisk pops. Does it even have chitinous? No. Oh, there's chitinous but no carapace? That's a bit embarrassing. You see how bad they are about that. The tank's powering away too, but most of these Marines have died. Ultralisk coming from the back. Zerg surrounding this. Looks like it's going to take it out. I think it's the name of this game. GGF. F for Terran. GG.
No F for Terran. This is a funny game. It's like the mad damage that happened here, but realistically, it shouldn't have gotten to that point. If Terran was a little like cleaner on the attack timings, didn't like wait so long, he let this happen, unfortunately. And I think that's a game that happens once a year, maybe. You'll be like, never again.
yeah, you'll get over paranoid about drops. Like I was saying, I always send stuff around to like all the potential places they can load up, because this has happened to me one too many times. But yeah, that was quite torturous for those SCVs.
How did that feel for you watching another Terran just in shambles? Because that was actually shambles, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that was fine. Look, man, we got to talk about this once we introduce the players. Alright, in the top right, no, bottom right, whoops, we have Jellymang. And in the top left, we have RoyalBlue. Actually in blue, I approve. Okay, so let's talk about this Saetzero. Why do you have this, like, joy for Terran suffering?
I have a joy for everything suffering, but
you really emphasize Terran though, and you're just like, yes, how does it feel, Neblime?
Well, yeah, well, one, you are a Terran player, so, like, I gotta poke the bear a little bit because it's the race you play, but really, I think it's the spirit of Age that lives in us all. I want to see weird Zerg stuff work, and when it does, my heart soars. Even if it's against Protoss.
Next time someone's doing something weird as Zerg, I'll say he's just possessed by the spirit of Age.
Dude, the game I watched on the stream, I think yesterday, I watched him stream a game against a ladder opponent, and it was not... no, he ran the Protoss.
Of course
he ran a Protoss. Yeah, he ran a Protoss against the Zerg, and it was like the most aggressive cannon rush I've ever seen. And it's like, hey, this might have worked, but there's like no matter.
Sounds like unfortunately. Now, by the way, Jellymang here looks like he's going to go for a gateway on the low ground. We should mention that these players are more towards the top end of CPL, and these games were recommended to me, so they better be freaking good, alright? These two players are on notice. Jellymang's starting things off with his forward gateway. On this 4-player map, Polypoid, I'm not so sure about this.
I mean, if you find, like, you can go for the first zealot. Like, if you find it, great. If not, it's not that bad. It's not, like, buildings in the front are not exactly what you're looking for, but it could be a lot worse. It's not, like... It's only a gateway, right? It's not that end of the world if this doesn't actually pan out, but the opportunity cost that if it does, if you do get that first scout, if your opponent doesn't have Sim City in the right spot, which, I mean, look at what we see right here. If actually, they were closer...
What the hell is RoyalBlue doing right now? I am kind of blown away by, like, the fact he didn't put any SimCity. Well, sometimes this is what you see with pros, though. They, like, do hardly any SimCity against zealots because they're like, I'm just going to micro this down, like, no matter what. I can just out-micro him, but I'm just imagining if it was a proxy gate, what would RoyalBlue be doing right now? Probably leaving the game, I have to be honest.
Unfortunately, I think that would be pretty true here. Now, we are seeing a supply depot. Is this actually going to be a wall? It doesn't look like it, right?
It's a micro hole, is what it is. Certainly not a wall.
But it's away from the worker, so who cares?
Well, I'm just wondering where his factory's going to be, right? Because that's what this kind of all hinges on. Looks like he's just gonna put it like there. Look, I'm sure RoyalBlue like kind of knows what he's doing more than me, so I'm sure there's like a rhyme to this, but I can't understand it. The Zealot is coming, by the way. He still made him, and a second one, in fact. Z coming up. Oh, he doesn't want to lose that probe. He wants to keep that alive so he can do more harassment when it gets here. Oh, it looks like it is gonna die, unfortunately for Protoss. Would have been better, I think, to send it straight out of the base because it really adds a lot of power to your Zealot harass. Run.
Oh yeah, having even that second little source, even if it just soaks extra damage or makes the Marines stop to shoot it a little bit, it's all you really need. But hey, here comes that Zealot. It's not moving right up the ramp. Their probe did eventually die. Factory gonna complete pretty soon, and we can see Jellymang back at home. Like their build's not looking unusual. This SCV though is going to town on this pylon.
Yeah, good job to that SCV. But this Zealot, by the way, has hit every Marine at least once now. Another one pops out this red. It's getting so much damage down. Only one kill so far, but there we go. Like, the amount of damage these Marines have taken is very scary for Terran. Terran forced to go for this Vulture first, which I don't think is what he planned necessarily. Looks like gets another one. That Zealot's solo. It does get taken out, but that is well worth it. 3 Marines. Look how many Marines Terran's been forced to make. No tank coming up, so he's not going to go for a push or anything. Protoss actually turns that Zealot around, realizing that, okay, Vulture's going to be out. I've kind of, like, already shell-shocked him enough that he's sitting up here in his main. That was well worth it for Protoss.
Yeah, but I mean, all things considered, this, like, the damage that was done, it's nice, but it wasn't worker kills. RoyalBlue's still ahead on workers, and that next has been severely delayed trying to go for all the little harassment. So, I all think, like, it looked pretty good from Jellymang, but the spot right now, I don't think is actually that good. It stopped any kind of push from happening, which is nice, but I think that's really all it did.
Well, where's Terran CC? I say to you, if you're saying, oh no, his Nexus is faster.
There's SCV movement down. I think it's going to be coming up pretty soon, which you want your Nexus to be faster than that. You can see mines are being researched, so you're going to be able to stop this third base from going down, or at least just be a little annoying about it.
Yeah, that is nice actually, having that Vulture out first. Of course, that's why people actually go for that as well. You know, that fast mines is pretty common these days. It used to be people always got siege right away, but now it really seems like almost every game Terra's trying to get that Vulture out, get those mines. Look at that eBay coming up super fast. RoyalBlue playing super defensive now.
Is Vulture though? What is it doing? It's going crazy.
Oh my god, this is actually huge. Mine's not quite finished. If it was finished, this would do so much more. But as it is, it's already a disaster for Protoss. Getting this full scout. Did he see the Robo down there? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He's trying to lay a mine in like the corner. Okay, that's not going to work out, unfortunately. You know what? Only getting one probe is actually surprisingly little damage for Terran there. And I don't think he even saw the Robo, so somehow that wasn't catastrophic for Protoss. Like, one goon getting chased back by the tank, by the way.
Yeah, and we already see an eBay on the way. This, yeah, like, you got the Vulture in the base. What are you worried about?
Well, he started it before he got that, to be fair. And look at that armory coming up right away, presumably in response to not seeing anything. And we don't see him making a whole bunch of turrets or anything like that. Doing that mine actually is still there, though, by the way. Later, when Protoss tries to build a fleet beacon, that'll be a thorn in his side.
Yeah, that'll actually be some pretty nice value. Or, hey, maybe you go for the drop and the mine, like, it's the big distraction, gives you the chance to get it in.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, when the goons come over to try and deny the drop, boom, they're dead. So yeah, I think RoyalBlue is going to be defending here. Adding 2 more factories though, actually, before any academy. That's interesting to me. He's going for this armory, but then going up to 3 fac at least. Maybe another one's going to come down. I guess we'll see. Says to me he wants to put a lot of Vulture pressure on here, as he's kind of teching. So going to try and keep the Protoss economy down as best as he can. Protoss going for this third 2-gate Robo, looking pretty standard right here.
Yeah, I think we're just going to see when Jellymang wants to get that Nexus. As I say, there goes down. Unfortunately, only at the mineral base, it makes sense to take it, but you know, getting access to that third gas feels really good every time you can manage, especially if there's not going to be a push for a while and you got plenty of time, being able to get that extra gas really accelerate the Arbiter play if that's what you want to go for. It feels good, but not what we're going to see here. Shuttle actually being made. We don't see any Reaver tech on the way. I wonder if he's actually going to go for it, or is this for some Zealots to bust?
Again, this is kind of like a more modern thing you see, actually. Protoss kind of doing a normal opening game their third, and then there you go. Then going Reaver actually throws me off a lot, because I'm like, I scan earlier and nothing's going on, and then like 5 minutes later there's a Reaver on my base. I'm like, what? Excuse me? So, I mean, it could work here as well. We don't see any scans for RoyalBlue on that note. Still no academy that I can see. Oh.
Although, like, look at this, though. As fun as this Reaver will be, there's already mine down at the 6 o'clock, and that mine in the main might actually see the shuttle moving out, which would be huge. You
have to be really going on the edge there. Look at this Vulture coming up here. Did not deny the Nexus. He does scout it out, though. I don't know why he's hanging around here in the pile, and that is just asking for goons to come up and kill you. Yeah, well, he does get away. That was odd. But yeah, that's a good point, maybe. But he doesn't have any turrets up yet. If he doesn't see it, it could potentially get huge damage here. Goons running around against these Vultures. As expected, we're sitting out a lot of Vultures here.
Yeah, there is observant goons though, so yeah, they're not really getting anything done. That Vulture that managed to get to the 3 doesn't have any mines left, unfortunately, so can't mine up that one, so delay that even further. But we do see the support base done. I saw the shuttle. Was there a Reaver? Yeah, no, the shuttle's just empty, so this whole plan is it's in by the natural, but it's just empty.
By the way, this third also not really doing anything for Protoss. Like, he didn't send any probes, so kind of just a fancy ornament right now.
Hey, it'll build up the value eventually.
Right, it's like an investment. You know, the property market's crazy right now, and in a year he'll double his money.
This isn't bad though. The observer managed to get in the turn base, sees the factory count, sees that there was no turrets anywhere. So if you're planning for it, like, you already got all the vision you're looking for. CC being started, Jellymags can see it just barely. Vulture's going to try to poke around, do damage, not really getting too much done here.
Well, they do damage to those goons with mines anyway. But yes, gets it off. Okay, these goons playing with their lives, but they're winning the game so far. Man, this is really giving me anxiety that Jellymang has not walled this off, but still hasn't put any freaking probes there, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's the whole point. He's not going to put any probes there because he knows Terran's just going to kill them.
Yeah, that's the 5-head. Like, I'm taking this expansion, it won't do anything, but you won't do anything to it, and that's just going to frustrate you.
Why build probes? It's going to explode anyway. Okay, but
Sure.
he does have a couple goons there deflecting everything as well. So far, Terran isn't able to do any harass, really. These Vulture's getting out of control. Man, is it just me or is Protoss probe count not very good? Because look at this natural. There's like nothing there, and the gas is not even mining.
Yeah, like we're seeing a lot of money getting floated up, which isn't great. Although, like, shuttle speed's on the way, the Reaver is starting to load up with their scarabs. And probe did move over to the third, but the Vulture waiting for it shuts that down. Pylon will finish, but the Nexus did get delayed. Big move out, though, from these goons. Going to try to put some pressure on as RoyalBlue, like, they got the CC in the main, but they haven't tried to float it over to their next expansion. Not yet.
Yeah, very, very defensive posture from RoyalBlue here. I don't know if it's expecting, like, a big double drop or something. Okay, now, see, we keep seeing this in CPL. Why do people feel the need to float their CC before the tanks are there? It's happening again! Terran need to stop doing this, man. Okay, he's gonna just sit there. He's not gonna go all the way up. For a second, I thought he was gonna try and land and just lose the CC. Okay, he's gonna come up here. I guess the CC is just getting some scouting info. Of course, the Observer survives on 1 HP. That's just always what happens. They're designed to survive turrets on 1 HP. Oh my god, this Terran army. Okay, he's gonna retreat. If he just stood there, a Scarab could have done insane damage. Yeah, decent hit as it stands, and he is forced to pull back and delaying this third all the more. Losing that barrack sucks when you only have 4 or so factories. How many is it? 5 factories? 6 factories? Increasing all the time, but nonetheless, 7. But nonetheless, he doesn't want to lose that barracks.
It's burning, but got plenty of time to repair that. Still has the shuttle and Reaver, plenty of goons, trying to macro up back at home, but like that probe count should be higher for what it is. Does clear out the, or not trying to clear out the Vulture over at that 3 o'clock, so maybe an expansion on the way soon, but all things considered, like, I wanted to see more action. We got a speed shuttle, hasn't really gotten anything done. There's not that many units on the map. Ooh, and Kalai's gonna take some damage. Big damage shuttle barely lives. Drops the Reaver too, just to be sure. Gonna be able to deflect this attack, I think.
Definitely. Now, backup shuttle just arrived, so he can kind of swap, I guess, and like leave the units on the side. But it looks like he doesn't want to do a Zealot Bomb here. It looks like he wants to deny Terran coming up here, and this is very difficult for Terran to get up. But look at that, the tank's in range. He needs to pull that Reaver back. But somehow the tank doesn't target those. Like, how about I get these goons instead? And you know what? He gets them, so pretty valuable for Terran so far. He's getting the better end of this engagement, I think, because a lot of goons have fallen without really that much results. He's only killed a couple tanks here. And look at that, Terran actually ahead on supply. Now, he doesn't have particularly many workers either, but considering he's only on 2 bases, it's not as bad. And again, I'm looking at this natural for Protoss, and it's just like, well, what are you doing here? You've only got like 10 probes on, 7 probes on minerals. 4 finally coming up for Protoss, but Terran really is just pulling ahead economically. Oh, here comes a probe. That's how you bait Vultures into your army. You just wave a probe near them, and they're like, oh.
I mean, it's so tempting. Why wouldn't you?
Oh my god, these Zealots.
Shuttles are still here. 4 Zealots and a Reaver. Gonna try to go forward. That shuttle with the Reaver is so low health. Needs to be careful. Gonna try to drop these Zealots, but with no extra army here, it's not really getting anything done. It's just kind of donating some units.
Yeah, and these Vultures causing real trouble for Jellyman. Where's Observers? Did they all die? Like, he can't deal with these mines.
Well, remember, he made 2 shuttles in a Reaver. What Observer production? He hasn't had time.
Well, but what about right now?
I mean, he's making more shuttles.
Did I pass the curse? I swear when I started saying that he was not. Okay, yeah, he's gonna need to. He's gonna need to get at least 1 observer or pull this one back or something, because you can't just not deal with mines. You can't just sacrifice for mines all the time. You have to actually defuse them. Oh, look at that. The last observer dies. Okay, there's no observers on this map right now, and Vultures still exist. So
I am a little bit surprised what we're seeing here, because you mean you got Templar Archives, you got all this stuff, but we're actually seeing air weapons and a fleet beacon on the way. So this is just the grab bag build. Do a little bit of everything. Getting these speed shuttles, not gonna have gateway units throwing them. So many gateways, but not quite enough to be a full gateway army. It's
not
like
enough probes,
I don't know what we're looking at here.
I don't know. Oh god, these mines. Oh, Zealot's getting decimated there. Oh dear. But he does clear the path for the reinforcements more or less. So I guess technically he's still at this army here, and Terran only just landing this third. Protoss did delay this for a long time. Listen, look at this attack going in. I'm not so sure about this. There's so many Vultures here, and Terran with the tanks well back, I think we'll be totally fine here. So many Zealots falling. There's not enough goons behind us really to deal with them. And now Terran's just going to siege up and crush this. J-Man smartly pulls back there.
I mean, he's still dropping the Reaver. He's trying to do what he can, but like that engagement just was not what you're looking for. Unless you're just trying to buy time, I guess then that's okay. But like fleet beacon done, but we're seeing like nothing. No more Stargates, no carrier in production. Not working on the upgrades. So you can see, like, even just without getting these expensive things, the money is kind of low. Like, this whole situation just doesn't look that great. I don't think you could afford to do that kind of attack that didn't really get much done. RoyalBlue is going to get their third base established. Factory count's looking good. Like, they're going to keep going with their upgrades as you see 2-1's about to finish. Or it's 2-2. Even better.
Wow. Especially against carriers. Look, I like this cannon play at the 9 o'clock, but I'd like to see Protoss just take 2 more bases first before you start worrying about this kind of thing. Because Terran doesn't even need to take this base. You just take the 12 o'clock, he'll be perfectly happy, and, like, Protoss economy is actually garbage right now. Like, he's up to 56 probes finally, but he'd missed mining for so long, he's actually pretty poor. The distribution has improved a little bit as well, so I don't know. Protoss kind of gradually limping towards a kind of functioning late game here, but Terran has secured this third now, has been upgrading like you say, so I don't know. It's going to be scary for Protoss when Terran hits 3-3 here.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm really worried about, right? Because we're seeing, like, there's not much presence on the map. Jellyman's trying to build up a gateway army and get this done. If there's a push that manages to do big damage to the natural, that's where the Fleet Beacon and Stargate are. Like, that could easily be a problem if RoyalBlue builds up a decent army and you can't deflect that in the middle of the map. If it rolls up to stop your reinforcements, it could be even worse.
Oh, he runs right in. Oh, he sees the Fleet Beacon! That's huge. That's actually huge. Even though these vultures did absolutely nothing, they saw that, which is absolutely something. That's a lot of vultures, though.
Yeah, you'd pay like 400 minerals worth of vultures to see carriers, right?
True. If I could just like have a thing that automatically deducts 400 minerals and tells me a Fleet Beacon has been built, that'd be totally worth it. Now, this Reaver, you know, it kind of hasn't done that much, but it's been alive for a long time, just picking away, so it really has got value over time. Protoss easily going to deny any attempt to take the 4th here, so that was a bit brazen and Terran just coming up with 2 tanks, I have to say. Oh, look, they run right into the goons. They thought they were running to safety. Oh, Terran gotta be real careful here.
I like the decision though from RoyalBlue. If you see carriers, like, oh, you're not gonna have anything for a while, I'm good. Like try to take the extra base and not really worried. Ooh, the Reaver finally dies. You cursed it like 30 seconds ago. Why'd you do that?
Sorry,
Poor
man.
Reaver.
To be fair, like, it got a decent final shot before it died. But yeah, now Protoss has to really worry about this attack. His carrier is not going to be ready for a long time here. Only building 1, in fact. That's a lot of zealots, but that's all it is. It's just a lot of zealots. That's what Protoss has here. Okay.
Ooh, mine's going off with this stuff from the top too, so even the reinforce is not gonna be that great. Like, this is such big tank army. 2-2 upgrades as well, and 3-3 is like halfway done already. Again, Glide production is already on the way because RoyalBlue knows what's going on, getting in a great spot to lay siege to this third base, and just like this could have been Arbiters with Stasis. This could have been like Templars with Storm. Like, there's just not enough here.
Trying to go. Army, no matter what you made, right?
Yeah, this could have been a lot of stuff.
That's my main issue. Is that he's supplies so low. Look at this, going to come in here with only part of the Zealots getting baited, not bringing the rest. A few more reinforcements come. Again, these Slacker Zealots back at the third doing nothing. They are not willing to give their lives for Raya. Oh, Storms though! Oh, these Storms are actually pretty huge. If only it was a little bit better timed with the rest of those Zealots. I mean, it does pretty good damage.
Look at the counterattack at the natural though, walking just into mines. Like, I plenty of time here, hasn't got anything done, lost some free goons and reinforcements.
By the way, that's the sad thing.
Yeah, it's too far behind. This is why I get the Observer speed upgrade. I love that upgrade to make sure that doesn't happen.
So Terran's easily going to defend this third. Protoss third about to fall. I mean, I don't know how many carries really going to have. There's only 5 Goliaths here, 6 Goliaths, but there's only 1 carrier out, and that's a pretty good matchup for Terran.
3 more about to finish. It's going to take a while to build some interceptors. So we'll see what it ends up being. A lot of Goliaths that could have been reinforcing did go back to defend that third. So the stuff on the field doesn't have that much to it, but still, it killed a Nexus. It reset this army. You can see RoyalBlue still ahead on supply, even with 4 carriers on the map. Yeah,
and he doesn't have interceptors ready yet either. Trying to clear out this little force, and this attack might do a good way towards that, but I don't think it'll quite pull it off. No, it looks like Terran's going to maintain that position. Oh, actually, no, he gets on top of the tanks and attacks his own Dragoon, so I guess doing it with style too.
It still hasn't revealed the carriers, I don't think. They're hiding out on the main.
It's not like Terran doesn't know. Is it really a reveal? He hasn't exposed the carriers. Look at this. This Nexus is going to fall here, I think, as long as he doesn't get distracted by any units coming up here. Yeah, that's actually a big blow for Protoss. DT's coming up. Oh, wow. That poor DT. There wasn't even detection. He still just got nuked. Oh, target those probes! Oh, he does target some of them. Oh, some of them incidentally die. Yeah, that's pretty good damage done by Terran there, and it's not over yet. Although unfortunately, this tank getting right in range of those cannons, getting destroyed there. Unfortunately, if that tank stayed alive, a lot more damage would have gone down here. But still, Terran in a great position here. The 4th about to be landed. Protoss, I think, 45 probes. I mean, I don't know. He's going to have to make these carriers do a lot of work.
Yeah, I think like what RoyalBlue should have realized at this point, though, with all these attacks, there hasn't been ground army reinforced. This is such a big investment on the carriers, but we haven't seen constant glide production. Even right now, look, there's nothing in production. So, like, I wonder if he's actually realized to the extent of what this could be here. But it's like, when you don't see any new gateway units show for a while, what else could it be?
Maybe he thought to himself, like, oh, Protoss abandoned the carriers because I attacked too soon or something, because he did see the fleet beacon. Like, 100% he saw the fleet beacon. So, yeah, I don't know. He's just making a lot of Vulture tank, you're right. He has a few Goliaths. Oh, dear.
Did you see that Azella DT left the 6 o'clock base into mine, so they just instantly exploded? The attempt to be sneaky did nothing.
These DTs having no luck today. Look at these Vultures. They're trying so hard to lace their mines. Oh no, they're actually going to die here if they don't run away. Get them some probes though. Every probe is important.
Did they see that back? Did they see that back area?
Oh, but I mean, Terran sees the carrier.
Oh yeah, you see it.
So, yeah. But I mean, there's too many Goliaths. He's actually just kind of giving his minerals away, trying to fight this. Of which
they're already 3/3 Goliaths. They are robust.
Yeah. What even is no armor for the carriers, so they are the interceptors getting absolutely crushed by these Goliaths. Ooh. More mines. This DTR. I'm watching this DT. Will he actually get to see a Terran unit before he gets blown up? Oh my god, don't run into those mines. Please don't attack. No! Okay, he sends one Zealot. That's a good move to clear it out. It'd be nice if we had some observers, but look at this. The carriers can take out these tanks here. A lot of reinforcements for Terran, but not a single Goliath among them. Suddenly, these carriers actually get a lot of efficiency. The Goliaths scrambling to come down here. The Vultures just kind of charge instead of staying back to try and defend. And now these Goliaths here, the carriers are going to have to retreat, but he got quite a few tanks there.
The scan's going down. Still has to be very careful. +2 air attack is not ready yet for these carriers, and like even like while microing all this stuff, look, another force going through trying to shut down these bases.
Oh my god, that probe
very
damage.
Good value.
And he can just run away. Oh no, these Vultures are not running away. They're not retreating. They want more.
Hey, you gotta clear up that supply for Goliaths. This is how you do it, right?
Yeah, because Terran actually fairly close to max, unlike Protoss. Crushing that cannon there. Meanwhile, some Protoss ground army just suiciding into this fortified Terran position while the carriers don't even help them. The Protoss army is not being coordinated this game at all, really. Look at that. Some probes limp away to this 3rd base. The 4th base still working for Protoss. And meanwhile, counterattacking with these carriers, though. Again, the Goliath's out of position, but I mean, I think there's enough turrets to buy time here. It seems like. Well, that's a lot of carriers now, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's buying time, but look what's in production. Protoss is like just trying to build interceptors. So focused on his carriers because it's their only point of power. They're taking such big damage at the 6. Their macro is falling off the cliff. Thankfully, there's not an economy where you're really building up a bank. It doesn't matter so much, but everything's looking pretty great. So even if RoyalBlue loses this 12 o'clock base, the situation feels great. I just want to know what the next step is because you're already 3/3. You got this big economy. Like what force do you build up where you feel comfortable to I'm just gonna go kill him? Like, at what point are you ready?
You just have a lot of Goliaths and a few tanks, and that's good. Because Protoss doesn't have that much ground army, right? It's just so many carriers. You have to keep track of how many carriers Protoss makes. If they make, like, 10 or 12 or whatever, you just make heaps of Goliaths. Because their ground army, you can kind of fight it with Goliaths eventually. Look at that, though. He wards those carriers off again. Those Vultures, by the way, got so much value. It's the thing with Vultures. In like a straight-up fight, they're pretty good. They're not, like, amazing. They're pretty good in a straight-up fight. But then they get these ridiculous harasses where they get all these mines down and blow up a ton of goons, as well as killing like 20 probes. And it's like, oh my god, this unit.
Yeah, I still personally, I think every time you see a lot of carriers like this, they're being moved around, it's the big bulk. It's like, why isn't it EMP like ready?
Yeah.
It does so much damage in these kind of fights.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a key upgrade against carriers for sure. That's just a good upgrade against Protoss, I guess. But yeah, that's like enough Goliaths, I want to say, to deal with this. But he is picking off tanks as he retreats. Really nice micro here from Jellymang. RoyalBlue trying to attack very quickly, but Jellymang kind of punishing him for moving forward at such a fast rate. He's picking off tank after tank. Very good carrier micro just there. And yeah, RoyalBlue actually deflected us to move back a bit, but he's taking another base meanwhile.
Yeah, the 3 o'clock did get reestablished and survived the probes that got killed at the mineral base. Like, they're getting replenished a little bit, but Jellymag's still so down on economy at this point and investing a lot here. I do like the decision, though, that this is enough carriers working back on the ground force. Lots of goons trying to help out the best.
Okay, well, once again, these Goliaths out of position, though. This CC, I think, will die if Protoss wants to go for it, but that might lead to the carriers getting trapped in there. Well, he's going to go for it. Goliath's not even going to try and go at the ramp. RoyalBlue's just like, alright, screw this.
These Templars. These Templars.
Oh, they were so keen in this engagement. He needed to storm all the Goliaths. Once again, trying to hug the enemy. Those pacifists ruining everything. And yeah, Terran's like, okay, screw this. I don't want to try and get my Goliaths up a ramp. I am just going to go attack you. And Protoss is like, well, I'm just going to go attack you. So, I don't know. We'll see who comes off better here. I don't think Protoss is going to overcome those Goliaths. He looks like he's going to try. Oh, a carrier actually falls there. Okay, going to go for the third instead. Terran trying to eat their way in here, but there's only 2 tanks. Oh my god. Is he going to take out the base? Repair, please. Please repair.
Yeah, I mean, is this like RoyalBlue like not putting their army in the right position, or is this Jellymag finding a good opening? It's hard to tell like, when you're just in.
I'd say RoyalBlue's out of position, but pulling back here, like, I feel like once you decided you weren't going to defend the 9 o'clock, you had to go out and get some damage done. But now he's leaving a tiny force here that's going to get cleaned up by the Protoss ground army while his Goliath trying to scramble back to deal with this. I think this is the worst, like, possible 2 minutes of the game for RoyalBlue. I don't know what could have gone worse here. Maybe if, like, all his stuff got killed by a Mind Drag or something. I guess he got those Templars, but, like, this is a disaster for Terran right now. Things are looking so good, and now they're looking so bad. Because even though Terran's ahead on the supply, against carriers, it's not really that simple. I feel like Protoss actually has the advantage in this game now, because all his bases are still up. He just killed a whole bunch of Vulture tank, and the carriers, like, that's a very menacing force.
Yeah, I actually would like RoyalBlue to take the top right main.
Yeah.
So far away, as the carriers are slow, it's hard to kind of get them to do that. Right?
What you should do in this scenario, you just take the top right and the bottom left main, you put mines, so like a few zealots can't come and deal with them, and Protoss just can't send their carriers to both places at once, right? But look at this, Protoss has a huge army now, and no tanks at all guarding this, or vultures for that matter. The Goliath's going to be reasonably efficient here, but these goons will get through them, and the carriers are here as well. You know, this is going to be a slaughter. Oh, gets a carrier though. Damn, it dies fast. With +3, no armor. I mean, God, that's kind of brutal.
Yeah, if you told me 5 minutes ago that Terran was going to be up 50 supply, 3-3 upgrades versus 0-1 carriers, and the game turned into this, I wouldn't believe you. I don't know actually how this happened.
Like, a crystal ball, and you saw the future of Terran bases getting nuked by carriers. You'd be like, what? Well, here he goes again. Only a few turrets here now.
I kind of actually like what we're seeing, though. I don't know if this is like actually a good reaction, but we're actually seeing starports being added on in rates with Cloak.
Yeah,
it's a great answer for unprepared carriers.
If you're behind, you might as well try. And honestly, Jellymag hasn't made an observer for like 15 minutes, so it's probably going to work pretty well. Okay, these Goliaths are going to be enough to defend this space this time. Really trying to get those carriers so hard here. Honestly, it would have been better, I think, if we sat back and got the interceptors because the terrain's not favourable. And look, there's the Protoss army going to try and come up now. I don't know if Terran has enough in here. He has enough at the rally, but he needs to reinforce desperately. And there's so many units to sit and still not doing anything. Okay, these mines almost betrayed the Terran, but ultimately did not. Again, he's trying so hard to hit those carriers themselves. The interceptors just going to town this Goliath. Finally, some reinforcements trying to pull up here. Terran not building any more command centers while this is happening. If this one falls, he's in a dire situation. Did another carrier just die? It did, didn't it?
Yep, down to 5 now.
Fall. Oh, another one dies as well. Man, with no armor, they die so fast.
Well, yeah, +4 per upgrade, right, for Goliath? It's insane how good they get.
I gotta check that now. Oh my god, it is +4. Yeah, okay. Wow. Last thing, if you have armor, it's double attacks, right? So you reduce it by 2 per armor, but he opted not to get that, so yeah. Now, how is Terran going to afford all these Wraiths, though, when he only has 1 base mining? That's my question.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem that we've seen. It's like with the main natural being mined out, damage being done to that left side, and even like with the probe count being relatively low, Jellymag has managed to take another expansion up at the top side. They didn't actually lose the 6. It took some damage, but it did survive. So
yep, that's the problem. Because Terran left their Vulture tank there, which is just a tiny amount of units, and they got cleaned up. And look at this, Jellymag just looking for more bases. Doesn't have an observer to do it with, but he sure wants to find them. And look, these mines are very useful, actually, seeing where the carriers are. That's actually a big deal for Terran, because you can know, where they're going to attack next or where you have time. And look, this long-distance mining right now is what Terran's been reduced to. My god, I don't know, man. These Wraiths are something, but how is Terran going to pull this off? This just looks hopeless with the size of the Protoss ground army as well. 2 more carriers even got produced.
Yeah, I'm just very concerned because RoyalBlue, like, if you think about the lead they had and the spot they're in now, even if they managed to kill off some of these carriers, like, this could just be Jellyman going into Arbiters eventually, more gateway stuff. Dude, like, you don't have vision really of what's going on. Like, when you have that big a lead and get thrown off like this, it's so easily get tilted and kind of lose focus on how to actually close this game. I think it's going to be very careful. RoyalBlue's going to have to play so cautiously, and it's gonna be hard to actually win this game, I think, for the spot we're seeing him in.
Well, I would say Protoss has to make a mistake. I'm thinking the only way RoyalBlue can really win is if Jellyman loses all the carriers somehow. Is this a Storm drop? Because it is dropping the wrong base. Oh my god.
No, this is gonna be great though.
It just never existed. Oh my god. Well,
it didn't even get to the chance to like drop and try to save them. It's like over like the
brutal. I don't think human reaction speed could have saved that shuttle.
Nah, there's no world. That's just absolutely brutal. A probe does find the SCV up at the top right. Jellyman was attempting to take another base. But you can see that supply really starting to kind of get accumulated. We're up to 6 carriers back in the middle of the field, and still just CCs and Wraiths being built. RoyalBlue trying desperately to take another base.
Look at this base though. Like, okay, let's count them. 28, 84, it's at 102, 112 rather, 124. Okay, there's like 168 minerals at this base, and you spent 400 minerals building this CC. I guess you can fly it somewhere else later. Oh yeah, I didn't. By the way, while I was like mocking that, Protoss cancelled the important CC.
Yeah, it got toasted.
Oh, is he gonna see the Wraiths? No. If he sees the Wraiths, it's a big deal. They're kind of a bit further in. I think he's almost seeing them. RoyalBlue. Okay, he actually uses them though. This is their moment, and there is no observer whatsoever. This is actually really dangerous for Jellyman. He doesn't even notice. Is he like, why are my carriers exploding? And now he's going to run, but where is he going to run to? The nearest cannon is miles away. The Goliath's coming in too for the kill, but at the same time, the Protoss ground army taking this opportunity to hit the 12. What a move! It might even be worth losing all these carriers because this is Terran's only real base. He lifts it right away. He knows he can't defend that, but at the same time, all the carriers going down. My god, I would say this is like a dramatic reversal, but I don't even know who this favors. I think losing this base might be lethal for RoyalBlue, despite killing every carrier.
This easily favors Protoss, because, like, look, even if he didn't lose this, when it lifted up, there's no more income coming in. And after losing all the carriers, he's still up 50 supply.
Oh no,
like,
SCVs.
Absolutely.
Okay, look, I was gonna argue it was actually not bad for Terran if he didn't lose his SCVs. Okay, he's just gonna save them. Because the thing is, even though he has a high supply, all he has is Zealot, Goon, Storm. Are you really trying to fight this cannon? Well, okay. All he has is Zealot, Goon, Storm. Against, like, enough tanks...
isn't there like 14 supply Titan Wraiths that are now useless if you don't give a fuck about your carriers anymore?
That stops him making any carries in the future. He can shoot down shuttles, he can shoot down observers. I'm just saying, I don't know how Protoss takes a good engage, though, against a fortified position with this army. Because you don't have stasis, you don't have recalls, obviously, you don't have a whole bunch of speed shuttles. Like, if Terran doesn't get out of position, now he can actually survive. And you know what? That CC at the middle only paying off. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I mean, I really would like to see a transition, though. With Jellyman taking more bases, like, the fact that they are on, like, what is that, 8 gateways is unacceptable. Like, you need to go in more, unless you're really going to commit the carriers all game, but I think at this point they've done their job until you at least eliminate the Goliaths.
Oh, that's Storm. Okay, put it back, though. And yeah, this is the thing, even though that looked good for Protoss at first, you can see he just cannot attack into this. Even though only 3 tanks, those 3 Goliaths would shred this army. It was wise of him to pull back, as crazy as it looks. I don't think he could have taken that fight. And this is the problem Protoss is going to have from now on. He's rebuilding carriers, but honestly, I don't even know if I like it, because, like you say, those Wraiths, they're not good for anything else. Why make them good? Oh my god, mines. Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, they're going to take so long, because, like, 2 carriers does nothing. 4 carriers against this many Goliaths is nothing as well. Like, you're going to have to get so far, it's like, you're 33 minutes in this game. You could have just made Arbiters whenever you want. Look at your gas bank. You could have at least had one ready with full energy. Like, well, even nothing else.
Protoss here is they really should have taken so many more bases behind this. They had absolute map control for so long, didn't even try and take the bottom left, only just now taking this bottom right, and here come the Wraiths, although that 1 cannon is probably enough. Well, let's see. Yeah, no, they're going to be like,
Yeah, doing the math in your head real quick. It's like,
like,
maybe.
You know, every Wraith has 1 HP, the cannon does infinity damage, therefore... Okay, he's just gonna, like, micro it instead. And this is quite annoying, I suppose, for Protoss, but ultimately he will be able to kill this with cannons, I think. Oh, is that a pilot? I thought it was a cannon, and I'm like, why does it take so long to die? Wraiths aren't that bad. Look at this, the goon's coming up with a bunch of zealots. Ooh, be careful, though. He needs to put a tank in that group so we can micro this. Okay, he pulls back. Nicely done. Didn't lose anything there, so that's quite nice actually. Kind of annoying Protoss like that.
I mean, still, that's drawn all the army to the top right. That lets that 9 o'clock kind of get established here. RoyalBlue, you know, still not out of this game, but like one base economy is not enough. Like you got to find an opportunity. Still making a lot of race as well. Man, Jellyman, why are you making carriers? If you weren't making carriers, this would be so good.
Yeah. He does have a big ass army, but where can he put it? That's the problem. Okay, trying to take this middle only as well, which honestly taking more bases is not a bad move. I would like to see him try and take this middle only at the top too. Thing is, Jellyman's never really had a good probe count. He like hit 60 like at one point in the game, I think. Then he lost a bunch to vultures and never really remade them. So it's been very tough.
He's making shuttles. It's Wraith. It's like Wraith Goliath. This is his entire army. You're gonna make shuttles?
Oh
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, true. He has so many Goliaths. Oh, I heard a mine go off. Oh yes. These mines were laid like a long time ago, I think, and they're just getting their value. Trying to focus that Nexus, not going to work out with that many zealots. An SCV coming up here, do not start that CC. RoyalBlue, don't you do that. That would be a disaster. But that said, Terran's moving most of the army down here. Look at all those Wraiths. Oh gosh. They can technically help in a ground engagement, technically. Okay, needs to back up these tanks. Come the Wraiths.
No, the Wraiths are here. Yo, come on, carriers, turn
there is
around.
No observer once again. They just have to run. This is so sad for Protoss. No observer whatsoever. It's with the main army like miles away. Here we go. They've finally got observer speed, but even if he sacks these Wraiths, it's probably still worth it. Okay, but he's going to pull them back. Nicely done by Terran. Gets 2 of the 5 carriers just like that. And there's plenty of Goliaths here to deal with the rest. Terran's army getting a bit split up here, though. Okay, he's going to move it back forward. A lot of storms here. That's Protoss' ace in the hole. That is a big army. Where is it going? Where is he going?
I don't know. That's not where a base is. Maybe they cut off reinforcements. Maybe just run into these mines. They've had plenty of opportunities so far. Ooh, we do see carriers pretty far away from this group.
Yeah, he's going to be able to hit this little reinforcement pit though and kill those for free, so that's nice. Are there Marines in this bunker? Oh god, yes. The hero Marines, 36 minutes in the game. Yes, look at them go. Meanwhile, Terran army coming from behind here. Protoss really trying to get in here. I think he's going to get sandwiched and taken out here. Okay, there's nothing left in the main though, so I guess it's really a one-sided fight. As in, he's attacking from one side, I mean. But there are storms. Yeah, he can storm his life trying to run in. The Wraiths don't want to dare engage that. Maybe Protoss can make this work? Ooh,
I think they're going to take some pretty big damage here. RoyalBlue, the way this game's going, you cannot lose this production. Need to be careful. Wraiths are going to keep going forward, but still plenty of storms available. First one does pretty much whiffs. Tons of Goliaths, or tons of Dragoons as well. Reinforcements getting picked off as they come up here. Jellyman is in such a strong position here, and it's just buying time for his econ lead to kind of stretch and get better.
The Wraiths trying to fight the Goons, going about as well as you'd expect. Storms forced them to pull back. I mean, okay, Terran needs to get these tanks moving up here. That's what he's been a bit sluggish about. He needs to re-rally those factories as well. Uh-oh, but these tanks are going to be far forward. The Goliath's not backing up. Storm's going down on them. There's a lot of Goons here to try and take him out. Yeah, too many tanks getting taken out by Storm. Oh, but then again, too many Goons getting taken out by tanks. Only 2 tanks left here for Terran, though. I think Jellyman's going to kill this main and win the game. Yeah, look at that Storm.
It feels that way, but how do we get to this point, man? 50-point lead, 3-3 so quickly for Terran. Like, how in the hell?
What happened to the observers? Did he scan and kill them all with Wraiths? Oh, it doesn't matter with Storm. Must have done.
I mean, they might have gotten Storm hitting the crossfire, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I just think if you killed all the carriers, it would take the Wraiths like 10 minutes to kill the Goons. So, it wouldn't even matter. But yeah, wow. Jellyman, a decisive move to end the game there. Just like, well, if your army's down here and your production's up there, GG.
Yeah, well played from Jellyman to come back in that game, but it's just in my head. I'm like, I have no idea how Terran didn't win that game, but that's why you play it out. That's why you don't GG early, right, guys? We stay in the game, we keep fighting, right?
Yeah, well, it was that kind of indecisive move where he was like, instead of defending, he attacked, but then he decided he would defend after all, after like, you know, his base was already dead, and lost units attacking as well, didn't accomplish anything. Alright, we're gonna have just a 1-minute break before we jump into our next game. here at CPL. I just realized, Saetzero, I shouldn't have muted you because you could have shielded all sorts of things, I'm sure, in the time I was gone.
That's all good, man. I had a long day. We're taking a break from the shill. Everyone knows what we're going to be about next week as they're playing their week 1 matches, right?
Well, I have something to shill, though. Everybody, you should be making clips of our ridiculous caster curses as things go. Anything else hype that happens, so we can use them to make awesome videos. So do not forget, make clips, submit them in the Discord channel. I want to see them. Alright, in the bottom left here. In the green, we have Type 100, another proud emu. And in the top left, in the red, we have Jellymang once again. Now, it says Jellymang Z, but in fact, he is still playing Protoss. Explain that.
Maybe it's Jellymangs with the 2000 pluralization. You know, because you're cool, rad dude.
No, I think rad is more 90s, isn't it?
It all kind of blends together. I think I said rad when I was like early in high school. I think.
Okay.
I say rad. I say rad now because
yeah,
it's fun.
that's the thing. I say rad now, but I never said before. I was gonna say I gotta change the overlay, but the stream's delayed. It's all right, man. We're in the rad overlay. Don't panic. So I was kind of wondering why Jellymang would have recommended the other game before, but I can see.
I'm still seeing stuttering as far as the stream goes.
Really?
I need to get that while we get started.
Oh, everyone in chat confirmed that. Like, I thought it was good now. Oh, I can see it when I'm watching it too. Actually, what the hell?
Yeah.
Should I just try a quick restart again? Do you suppose?
Yeah, I mean, we'll...
Alright, we should be back. Maybe give it a minute for people to watch the mandatory ad. Enjoy. Alright. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the bit rate or the frame rate or whatever.
I mean, it's been fine for like however many streams I've done this season so far, like 10 or however many. Like, it's been no problem whatsoever, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's fitting that we should be ending on the iconic CPL matchup here, by the way, back in PvZ. Dingo eating the cable, come on. More like a magpie sweeping, I don't know.
Yo, look at this freaking probe scouting path. Tried to get the advantage up at the 12 block and cutting across, but still Fort Expanse still really trying to get in there. Ooh, we'll barely get there in time to be super annoying to a drone. Or is it going to go in and see how that spawning pool timing?
I guess he figures he'll see the lings coming out. Oh, look at that. He is going to block. Nice. Always a good move. Oh, well, it's not a good move if you lose that probe. Okay, it does keep it alive. Oh, nice.
Hey.
Nice move. Oh my god, come on. One more time. Nice. Oh, what? How did that do? What? I thought that probe was in the way for sure, but look at that. Going for that Nexus before cannon, figuring he's safe. Now, is he actually safe? I guess with only 2 lings made, yes, of course he is, but if it was more than 2 lings, would he really be safe here? His pylon's about to fall with that drone attacking it. How is he possibly going to defend against this? Okay, he found the way. Excellent deflection there by Jellymang.
Jeez, brother, you're like, I was like, I don't think it's been attacking that long. You're being ridiculous right now.
I was just trying to up the drama here. Its shield's already almost healed.
I mean, is this just moving shot? Drones are busted. They do 600 damage a shot. Is that what they do?
All right, new map I'm making. You have to play me PvZ on it.
No, I already got my taste of that when you made the let's change numbers around and made Zealot probes. Still lost. Because you made Vulture Marines.
They were probe scepters, to be fair. Alright, look at this probe. He is not giving up on denying bases here. Okay, we'll go down though. A good scouting there by Protoss as well. Really seeing a lot here.
Well, you gotta be careful though. This is so far away from the base. Like, you want to see that lair, you want to see that Hydra Den. And if it just stays around the 3rd, you're not gonna be able to get any of that info.
Yeah. I mean, okay. You have to keep this alive, though. Oh, well, why did I have to open my big mouth? Okay.
Hey, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Don't
it's
you
good.
Curse
it's all
it.
good.
Now you're doing it. No. This probe actually died back there.
What are you talking about? Look, it's got so much shields, man. It's
Stop!
good.
Stop! My God, what have you got against this probe? Okay, looks like
we're building up the drama. You just said it yourself.
Looks like he might make it back home after all. Look at it. The replacement sent in right away. What was I actually saying before that whole thing happened? Oh yeah, because you have to keep it alive though, it kind of makes sense to kind of keep it a bit far from the Zerg base for a while and try and run back in later. Ooh, the Duke. He's gonna get in there. Now, there is no hydrogen to be seen. His lair, pretty well build coming up. Ooh, this probe getting a bit low here, but he's gonna stay alive.
Yeah, doing a good job trying to weasel his way back in. We see that's lair and drones on the way, no Hydra then, so you know, if you wanted to be careful. But you see with all this micro going on, that core is done, but that Citadel first, not Stargate, not going to get that good info. Hopefully it isn't a meter opener, although I really want to see a meter opener. I love watching it. I need to see more often.
We haven't seen CPP meter opener in so long, to be honest. Not this whole season, I don't think. I don't remember a game.
It feels like it's been ages, or it's been 5 just to stop the Zealots, and like that's it. Like that's not like a real. Like I want to see that double down, like multiple control groups. Like just I'm Soma now kind of opener.
Well, we only have 1 gas, so I'm not expecting particularly much meter action here. I think he's just going to go up to 5 hatch here pretty soon. Okay, these Zealots making their way though.
This is actually kind of annoying.
Huh?
Yeah, this could be a little bit annoying here. We gotta be careful. Speed is done though, so they shouldn't be able to get too much info in.
Yeah. Well, he does get the fight against the wall, but it's just enoughlings, I think. Nice micro there by Jellymag so far, but it's just enoughlings to clean this up. Ooh, really nice micro, actually.
See this probe in the middle map still alive somehow against the speedling.
Don't you curse it again. Saetzero,
it's a speedling, man. I'm not cursing nothing. That's gonna happen.
Well, you know, I was wondering about what happened before, how you, like, mercilessly killed those eggs. Someone should clip that, by the way. You know, what limits does our power have? If I want to see Lockdown and Mind Control this season, what do I have to say? I have to say there's no way he's going for Mind Control, and then it'll happen, right? There's no way Jellymag's going for Mind Control in this game.
I've seen Lockdown this season. You weren't there.
True, yeah, come on. No, I was there.
I thought I was guessing someone else to lock
Okay,
down.
well maybe it was a different game, because I saw Lockdown on Eclipse against Carriers, but he locked down an Interceptor.
Yeah, okay, no, I guess it was.
But I want to see, like, actual Lockdown. Like, come on, you gotta actually make it work. You gotta, like, win the game with it. So I'm just saying, there's no way Jellymag's going for Mind Control in this game, because it's a silly strategy. No way he's doing it.
Probe somehow gets in. See Scourge, no mutas, all the info you are looking for right now. Ooh, well, especially with the Citadel first opener. Like, you feel really comfortable. It's like, oh, not mutas, I'm good. I don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go super wild with the cans. You see not 2 being made in the main, nothing in the natural, like other than the stuff at the wall, so.
Well, it looks like Zerg somehow knows what's happening here, and he is making mutalists already before the Scourging got the scout in. But I mean, nice play from Zerg so far. These mutalists are going to be helpful against the Citadel Open. You know, how many Zealots do we see? Given he lost those 2 earlier, the Zealot count is honestly not particularly scary. I mean, with +1, Lings won't do much though. Oh wait, what? He doesn't have +1 yet? It's just about to finish. But I think Zerg should be fine here as long as he gets his mutas in position. But does he know about these 3?
I think he saw it with some stuff on the map for some links to catch, and hey, it does reveal that there is at least a muta on the field. Look at the 6 though. These elves coming in. There's no defense here.
Oh gosh, these drones gonna fall, and Zerg not reacting yet. Oh, this is huge damage already. Okay, finally pulls away. 3 drones have fallen. Whole bunch of drones get produced. That Sunken cannot take out 3 Zealots. I don't think 1 Sunken even beats 2 speed Zealots if they can get to it.
Yeah, but he brought back the drones. He's like, oh, I'm good. We did it. It's like, no,
Sunken, not good. Zealot's like, excuse me. Zabin are aligned now. Man, none of them even died yet.
I'm still very surprised that Type 100 is still actually making more Scourge. Like, you haven't seen any Arrogance. Finally, with Stargate on the way, which, at this point, like, commit the Storms, commit the Archons, or go Dragoons. Like, I don't like going to Stargate this late in the game.
Well, I guess, you know, he's playing into Type 100's hands, huh? He just, you know, he sensed the Scourge being made. He's like, you know...
Well, he did that last game with the Carriers, too. It's like, I already got the Great the Goliath. It's like, yeah, okay, let's just keep doing it.
Ooh, phrase out the, are you lagging? After that. Oh, they're on TR24? Damn. Something I don't get to experience often. Okay, he does clean up all those Zealots, but I mean, a good amount of damage got done. Archon already made, just to defend him. I assume he's going to move out again in a short period of time. Now, that's the thing, you can go for these Corsairs this late and like kind of just build them up over time if you intend to just sit on your 2 base, but that does give you the opportunity to tech or expand or whatever else he's trying to do. Because he's going to need a hell of a lot of Corsairs to actually make this work with so many Scourge out.
Yeah, we used to even plus the Fire Caribou is about to finish up, so
Corsairs
not gonna be the path. They are just trying to get something done, but like we do see the Zerg up to 6 hatcheries, Hydra done, lots of drones available. Burrow also research too if there's any attempt at any kind of harassment in the backside. So this is just gonna be a really rough situation. The probe is just in the main. Yeah.
Is that a new one, or was he just always in there? Is that the same one this whole time?
I don't know. They just find the way, man. They just get in there. Start 14 drones in production. This is out of control. Come on, bro.
I would love to see this pro make...
What game are you playing?
I'd love to see this pro make a gateway and just start making a whole Protoss army in there. But the Zealots running straight into me. It's gonna give a straight like U-turn there. Like, perhaps not today. We'll die for Aya tomorrow, I promise. Oh, but 3 more trying to sneak out. Nope, they have to go back. It's kind of sad.
These are the coward Zealots.
Yeah. Oh, Storm
It's Archon. Archon's got to kill a cannon. It needs to get out. That's not going to be enough for it to get out, I don't think. I think it's going to kill a Forge too.
Absolutely free there, unfortunately. But again, this is the tale of CPL, isn't it? Templars die for free. Yeah, he needs to kill that gateway and pylon, quite frankly. Like, oh my god, yes! I was wondering if he was going to send those out. Okay, guys, if you want the casters to be on the side, you just have to make Dark Archons. You don't even have to use them, to be honest.
I mean, I want to see him use them.
Oh,
like,
Archon!
Oh!
Ooh. Nice hit, nice hit. Yeah, these mutas have to be very careful. Now, technically, the mutas can win this fight, but I don't think Type 100 wants to be trying that right now. Now, he's bringing this Dark Archon out already, but he hasn't even researched Maelstrom that I saw. Oh! Who's going to need Maelstrom at this rate? Yeah, what are you going to kill here? That Dark Archon's got plenty of health. Maybe he's just there for intimidation.
Yeah, like, look what I made.
Honestly, that might be a play. Like, obviously, Type 100 is not falling for it whatsoever right now, but that might be a play in general. If you make the Dark Archon and send it out when it doesn't even have energy, the Zerg will probably respect it.
Yeah, I mean,
Why
possibly.
is his hood so ridiculous? Just wondering. So
it looks bonus ridiculous in Carbot, dude. It's out of control.
Nice. Alright, Scourge everywhere. You got that Stargate, but Neria Corsair has been made. Which, honestly, is the right move of how many Scourge have been produced, and all the Mulas getting melted. Suddenly Zerg, who was looking pretty good before, kind of doesn't have much now. He's got a few Hydras. I think with his SimCity he should be able to survive, but I know with a good Maelstrom, I can't believe I'm saying that.
But still, it's freaking 56 drones, 3 bases, pretty turtled up here. It's gonna be hard to kind of attack through.
Yeah, not here, for sure.
Good, but like,
no, this is a disaster
support
for Protoss. He needs to get back out of there. But look at the natural. The natural, I feel like if you can get a nice Maelstrom on all those Hydras or something, it's not actually that hard to kill. Okay, hang on. Trying to kill something. Oh, here are the Mutalisks. Maelstrom is finished. It's ready, but he does not use it just there. Maybe he's saving it for Hydras after all. And yeah, Zerg cannot defend this, I don't think. I think Protoss is going to take this fight.
One needs to be very careful because Lurker are being morphed right now, but there's no observers.
Huge storm. Yeah, that is true. That is an issue. He's certainly got time to kill this hatchery. The Muta's not even engaging for Field Maelstrom, presumably. Well, here we go. He's going to cast it. No, that Dark Archon just going in hug mode. There you go. Cast on that. Yeah, yay. I'm so excited to see a Maelstrom. That was such an impactful spell. Did you even see that, Saetzero?
I don't know, but was it better than a lockdown on the Interceptor?
It was about as helpful. He literally cast it on the single remaining Mutalisk as it was exploding to an Archon. Just one Mutalisk got Maelstromed and then Archoned. And yeah, okay, as you're saying, this Lurker is going to be able to deflect this easily. Protoss hopefully not getting too confident after taking out that base. Needs to pull back, or again, he's going to lose all his Zealots here. Man, I don't know about this. Get the Dark Archon out of there! No! The Dark Archon! Oh.
Hey, it cast Maelstrom one time. You got what you wanted. it's there. It existed.
No, man, I'm not satisfied by that Maelstrom. Literally did nothing. Okay, that Lurker.
Finally.
Just running right past.
Yeah, finally we're seeing a robot on the way, which means observers are still a mile away at this point. Burrow has been researched as well. So, like, when these Zealots go in, you can just burrow everything and let the Lurkers do their job. Like, there's nothing you'll be able to do about it.
Yeah, Protoss was thinking of taking the 12, but gets deflected by a single Ling, which is already dead, and takes this middle Ling instead. That's going to be a bit dicey for Protoss, because you kind of need the gas. Oh no, don't leave this Archon behind. He's a goddamn hero. He has 10 kills. Take him home. Oh, run. Okay, he's going to make it. That was close.
Yeah, Archons don't need to be fast. They just need to be faster than the High Templar that's going to die instead.
Well, the Protoss army's here. They're just having trouble getting out. As usual. Man, that robot just makes it so much worse. He needs to kill that cannon. This natural is like as clogged up as I could possibly imagine.
Yeah, this is not exactly what you're looking for. Like, and it's like, I know you love killing the gateway here, but honestly, just kill the fucking forage. Just remake it.
Done,
let the upgrade finish, and then just remake it.
Yeah. And look, he just needs like a gateway back here, like behind the minerals, and then it'd be perfect. Okay, he's going to take the 12 as well. And you know what? Despite lack of detection, I think the Protoss army is still looking pretty fearsome at this time. A bunch of Hydra-Lurk is out now, though. If only the Dark Archon was still alive, though, he could start minus all the Lurkers.
Yeah, but look how many hatcheries there are on the map. How many drones? 64 now, and Hive on the way.
Oh, that's a lot.
I feel like Jellymag's trying to get these extra bases, but Type 100, whenever they want to start being aggressive, I think they're going to be in a pretty good spot to do it. Just they got to pull the trigger and want to. I feel like they've been building up for a while. It's like I don't know what they're waiting for before they try to put the pressure on.
Well, this is the issue with Protoss's position, I guess. Because he has no detection, he cannot attack. So instead, he's going to expand, which is a fine choice. But like you said, he's kind of able to do whatever he wants. Someone saying vertical net entrance is not ideal for Hydra-Blast. You mean not ideal for the Protoss or not ideal for the Zerg? I didn't know it mattered. Really? Why?
I think you get in the concave's a little bit different, or
okay.
maybe put the
I'm
something.
surprised. I thought it'd be just as good.
The shuttle in this Scourge almost just ran to a bunch of Scourge. The patrol barely was timed in a way to let it come back and survive.
I would have thought you'd want to sacrifice it anyway. You know, just to get some drones, but you know, like obviously avoid.
Well, no, he wouldn't even count the shuttle in though.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're pretty far out there.
Oh, this poor drone just wanted to become a hatchery. That poor Ling just wanted to protect his drone buddy. That poor Zealot just wanted to kill stuff. Now this Hydra's going to come and kill it. Meanwhile, Protoss looking like he wants to try that 6 o'clock again, but in no universe is that happening. Okay, it does back up. Just getting some map control there, I think. What happened to the shuttle now? Is it still alive? Or is it... Oh, there it is with the armor. Okay.
Yeah, still pretty good here. This is a pretty strong army to move towards that mineral base, and there's some lurkers, but they're spread out pretty good. Dude, yeah, you gotta be very careful.
Just wants to die. It flew right over the Hydras. Okay, yeah, he cannot attack directly. He can pick away with storms here, I guess. Well, okay, now that all the Hydras are gone, if Zerg doesn't bring up reinforcements, he could actually kind of take fight just against the field.
Scourge on that shuttle on the bottom.
Go, shuttle, go! My god, this shuttle has had quite an adventure. Oh my god. Oh my god! That is huge storm. Oh my god, that killed like 12 drones. Meanwhile, the Protoss are getting pushed back.
Yeah, that fight that Protoss trying to take over there, the Hydras are still pretty strong.
Why is he running? He needs to just turn and fight. These cowardly zealots. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think the shuttle finally died. Yeah,
probably.
Finally.
Dude, I have no idea why the Protoss ran there. He could have easily crushed those Hydras with a couple of mediocre storms. I don't understand. It's like the cowardly Protoss faction that isn't all about giving their life right. They're like, let's just talk about this. Imagine if that's what Zealots said instead.
Yeah, I just don't think that's the lore for the Citadel first opening. I don't think you go, let's be peace. Well, I need these Zealot legs to be quicker for peace talks.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, our diplomats must arrive with the fastest. Okay, observers heal this as well. Clean up these lurkers. 3 overlords coming in. Donation for the Protoss Victory Fund. Well,
yeah, but still, like Zerg, that supply's still looking pretty intimidating here. We see Defiler Mound about to finish up, so once the Plague is starting to get in here, this is gonna be pretty good. What is happening? Like,
I'm looking at the base, and then I look back at the overlords, and I would have said the same thing at that as well. What were they even doing up there anyway? There was so many of them. Was he expecting DTs or something? I just wanted to pick up observers really badly, I guess. But yeah, he lost all those, and it's not over. More are coming. Oh no. See, both sides just trying to find a peaceful resolution. They're like, oh, you know, we'll give you these overlords as a sign of our goodwill. But what do the Protoss do? They slaughter them.
I think what we've seen, though, was that shuttle avoided Scourge for so long, avoided the Hydras, Mr. Magoon, its way through the whole maps. Like, I could do that with the Overlords, too, just flying them into danger and see if they can escape.
That shuttle was amazing. But I can't believe Protoss is taking this base. Like, it's right next to the Zerg Natural. It's like a stroll just round the corner and you're in the Protoss base. That base is not going to survive if Zerg finds out about it.
You're also taking the top right, it looks like, or starting to work on it, but there is one Zergling in there that's going to make everything a bit of a pain in the ass. It's soon about to finish up and plenty of Lings being made, so, you know, that real transition to the high-tech, gotta be very careful. This big army on the bottom right, it's like, there's a lot of army to kill it. A hatchery that hasn't done anything yet. Is this really where you need all of this army?
Yeah, I think Zerg could come in and, like, trap this army if he moves quickly, right?
Oh, he's got so much stuff at that mineral base. Everything's starting to move over, and Plague being researched now. Gotta be very careful about how this gets engaged.
Oh, they do. Well, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
They probably do. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
do.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're destroying those goons, and storms his own observers. Kills one of them, no one gets shot down, only one left. Hydra's not targeting it though. Honestly, so far not a terrible engagement from Protoss. Kind of just trading more or less evenly.
There's so much at the top right, but it's like you're gonna kill a pylon and a cannon? Not even? Like, why is there so much army up here? This could have killed that entire army if the whole thing went down there. There was a Ling in that base. You know there's not even a Nexus Star. What are you moving all that stuff to the top right for?
Go on, help them. Yes. Oh no, it didn't work. Okay, Protoss does actually get the leader up here. And honestly, Protoss under getting reset is pretty dire at this point in the game. But that said, he does have this sneaky base. Would like to see some probes there. That wouldn't be a bad thing. So Protoss actually on more mining bases than Zerg just now. The bottom right not even finished yet. So if he gets some probes over there, his economy's looking pretty good. And actually, we've seen this in other CPL games. It's kind of the opposite of what happens in pro games. Protoss kind of gets in this economically advantaged position and just keeps taking like mediocre fights and overwhelms the Zerg, which is like the exact opposite of how pro games go. But it's happened in CPL more than once. Now, I saw shuttle loading up, but I lost it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. What's it got? 2 Templars. Okay.
I mean, we do gotta be careful though. I did see the support base just finishing, so that Reaver defense can start being added, especially to that 9 o'clock base. That'd make it actually pretty annoying to kind of deal with if you could just really load it up with a bunch of cans and everything over there. Laying over the top right, still around. Jellymag moving plenty of army. I think they want to take another base in the top right instead of trying to force the issue.
Yeah, I mean, Jellymag's all about the bases, that's for sure. Oh look, a single Defiler coming up here. Well, that's not going to help you, buddy.
Ooh, look at the shuttle. Look at the shuttle on the bottom right.
Oh, their drones there already? Oh, it's such a quick transfer. May not help the Zerg in this case. Okay, but Zerg has found the 9 o'clock. You've got as many cannons as you want, my friend. That's going to help you against Darkstorm, which there is no one going down. Look at that. That's all you need to do. That's it. The base is going to fall now. Now, Protoss Army trying to come in here. The Storms, though. Oh, that is actually so devastating. If Protoss doesn't lose this base, this is actually a huge swing towards Protoss, but I think he should lose the base. Well, Protoss really getting in there with his army, though. Is this base going to stay up? The cannon's all depowered. Man, okay.
If there's more Darkstorms for those Defilers before they get killed, they definitely could. There's so many Dragoons here at this point.
Oh, nice storms though. But yeah, it is mostly Dragoons, right? And when it's mostly Dragoons, then generally the Protoss army falls pretty quickly. Looks like the base will hold for now though, and take out all those drones. It's a big deal. Did you just load everything up in there still? Okay, and there's a Zealot in there.
The second wave though, and it's just goons. This should be enough to clean this up and reset the army a good bit here. These Cracklings doing so much damage.
Yeah, Protoss has like so much money, but so few gates, unfortunately. Like, how many's he even got? Only got about 8 in the main, not enough at this point in the game. And look at this, he's trying to retreat up this ramp. The storms are great. Is it enough though? There's a lot of links coming up here. He's doing well work. I guess he can hold the ramp for now. But man, he's got to get those Reapers out pretty quick. Because this base is in danger for sure. The 3 Cracklings beat 1 upgraded Zealot. He has the upgrade edge, and apparently it's enough. How did those Hydras get to the other side of the base, by the way? Ooh, look at them work.
I don't know. That's a good question, but there's no defense here, so they're gonna go to work. Like, it's gonna be a pretty good move to actually kind of attack from that angle.
Definitely.
Although, we're getting to a weird spot in this game though, where both players are losing binding from multiple bases. You usually don't see that from the Zerg side of it, though. Like, this is actually kind of important, this fight over the 9. Zealot's moving towards the bottom right. Reinforcement's going to go and try to help defend that, because these expansions now much more critical than what we're used to seeing.
We needed this Reaver out like a minute ago. He needs to get those Scarabs up, because these Lings are going to be relentless attacking that ramp. Now look at these Zealots, they are going to die down here for sure, but they did deny that middle enemy, which is a fair move. Okay, pulls back again. When is Zerg's +3 carapace going to finish? He didn't even start it. Oh my gosh. This is a huge advantage for Protoss, actually. If Zerg doesn't start those +3 upgrades. What missile does he have? Oh, he has a +3 missile. Okay, well that's something. And look at this. He's going to reveal this base. Again, the cowardly Zealots. Like, no, we won't die for Ire. We're going to run back and reveal this base just to save ourselves.
We will sell information for Ire.
Yeah, basically. Not for Ire, for themselves. Damn. I can't believe how cowardly they are. Okay, now this 9 o'clock base looking pretty secure. There's Reaver up, there's Storms available. He's going to try and come in here with Swarms, but I don't think it's really going to matter with the Reaver there. He's going to just kind of easily do that. Even the Zealot's going to do a pretty good job with their +3 here. Great Storm as well. Decimating those things in the ramp. Reaver technically helping working now. He's going to take off. No, stop! Shoot! Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but still, like, as everything's been going on, the fact that this 9 o'clock has stayed up and been pretty good, like, Type Hunter's still even on supply, was just ahead until very recently. These Reavers started to show the supply pretty quickly. Speed Shuttle on the right side, looking like we're going to see more harassment. And DT is actually going to move over there as well. So maybe that'll be the move to take another base. Zealot even going to work on the top side. But Type 100, like, despite how much economy they had, they haven't really made a good attack in quite some time, it feels like. Bottom right, here comes another drop.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be devastating. The Scourge are there, but they were not ready for this. Oh, he's just destroying all the drones. Don't even pick that up, man. The Scourge is just waiting for you.
Why are we making a greater spire? Like, you wanna angle this one at me? Why is this happening?
I just like the way you asked that. Oh, that shuttle is doomed. Or is it? Nope, flies away.
It's got speed. It's pretty quick.
See you later, Scourge. Is anything faster than a speed shuttle?
Speed Scout.
Is that
Speed
faster?
Scout's quick.
Nice.
I think so.
Nice, of course. Oh, Plague
They're pretty fast,
Oh, I want him to revenge kill that Defiant. Go on. Do it. No, he's just hard to understand. Would have been nice. But hey, killing that base, I did not expect that hatchery to go down. That's a huge deal. Zerg's mining is actually pretty low now comparatively, because that middle end is going to mine out soon. Only a couple patches of the 6, and then there's that natural which is doing okay. So Zerg really needs to get their economy back into gear. Protoss is just mining from absolutely everywhere. He's got money to do whatever he wants. His army is building up massively at his natural. Counterattack going to come down to the mirror only, and no Reaver's ready there, so that might actually pick it off. Well, actually, hang on, if he goes up the ramp here where the Reaver is waiting for him, maybe not.
Oh no, these Zealots are just going to be an annoying
Well, it is
wall.
enough though. He can break through, just less efficient. Oh, that's a scarab. Oh my
I don't know, man.
God.
This Reaver is trying to kick some ass right here.
Oh my god! That Reaver, what the hell? That was brutal. Someone clip this. This is crazy how much damage this Reaver's doing. Oh, even has time to pick off that Stranding. Okay, now he needs to get out. This Reaver cannot hold back the entire Zerg army. No, he falls. Okay. Damn, that was a really efficient Reaver though. That did a lot of damage. And yeah, Protoss not going to take this base, but I would say he doesn't even need to right now. Okay, now here's the issue though. Here's the Swarm. There is a Reaver here to try and help defend, but maybe it's enough Hydras and the Lynx coming in from the other side. Zerg suddenly attacking from every side of the space. The Hydras pull back though at the wrong moment, so Zerg might not quite be able to take this. Well, okay, I think he still will.
Oh, this Nexus is going to get canceled on the top right. It's about to finish up. Needs to be careful. There's so much stuff here. You're not going to be able to save it, I don't think. No cancel.
But they're finished. And yeah, I think this mirror is going to fall as well. But the Protoss army is ready. All this might have just been a distraction. Now the main Protoss force moving out. And it might be able to actually kill the Zerg here, because he doesn't have super many units back home to defend. If you look around, the units are pretty thin on the ground for Zerg right now.
It does need to be careful. He's going to go to this drone that might have taken that mineral base. But the carapace for the ground is about to finish up for Zerg, so no more giant Zealot advantage that we've been seeing all game.
Yeah, it has finished indeed. So, yes, the Zealot's going to be a lot less effective, but he has a lot of them now to make, like, quantity over quality right now for Protoss. Look how many Templars he has as well. Now, he's kind of surrounded because these units are coming back. All Plague? Nope. Oh, he could have got such good... Oh, there you go.
Ooh, there we go.
That is a great Plague doing a lot of damage. I don't know what that Dark Swarm was supposed to do when Zealots are hunting him down, but whatever. No sense.
It's just the panic cast. Cast something, right?
Yeah, I guess. No point dying of energy, I suppose. Okay, now Protoss bashing down his natural, and this is Zerg's really last running base. The mineral is not going to last really much longer. Storming his way in, a great lurker spread here. Zerg units coming from all directions suddenly. This Protoss army not looking so big. Needs to storm these lurkers running in as well. Uh-oh, Protoss army in a lot of trouble just now. The storm's going down, but suddenly this army is looking very small. Does he have enough here? I don't think he does.
A little hits got up by the 12 o'clock. I think Zerg was hoping to do a little counterattack, but I think that defense is pretty hard to go through with just like little tiny groups of things. Zealots coming out, they're going to put some pressure over at the natural, maybe that mineral base instead, but that attack on the bottom right did get cleaned up. You can see, again, supplies even between these two players. That's been the story all game long.
Yeah, and but now Protoss doesn't have his ridiculous number of bases since he lost the top right area. I think Zerg's actually taking the advantage back in this game. Like, after clearing that entire army, yes, Generating has a lot of money, but he doesn't have enough money to throw away armies like that. Even Mark has that one Hydra back. Wow, it's pretty amazing at this point in the game that you're bothering with stuff like that. I'm impressed. And yeah, Zerg re-establishing his bottom right. I think Protoss is in a bit of trouble here. He needs to make something happen now. Maybe it's dropped.
I mean, still got speed shuttles. Need to be careful with this one. He's
He even has the
Reaver and Archon over the top right.
Yeah. Come on, drop it. The Archon can take this, like, one of every unit army here. Yes, do it.
The Reaver's going to be able to help as well. So, you know, try little tiny stuff here, I think. There's DTs over to 3 o'clock. I think are actually be so important whenever type
Morph
wants to
Dark
go
up
for
on-
that next base.
I want to see mind control. Okay, gonna...
Come on, dude. I don't want to see CPL League that actually gets to the point of mind control. That's such a meme. Come on.
No observer here, by the way, so as big as this Protoss army is, just forced to retreat, and these Zealots taking so much damage from Wipers. Oh, there's
Well,
the
there was
observer.
one. There's
There it is,
one
it's
hanging around, but
position, okay.
hey, we saw this last game too. Jellyman just doesn't like observers. Free vision. Why would you like that?
Yeah, I guess not. Okay, gonna give up on his dream of killing these units here and go deep into Zerg territory again. Okay, he can probably cancel this, but he should probably pull back immediately after that. You don't want to hang around and get your whole army killed. Look at these lurkers coming up. But can he get a storm? Where are the Templars? Where are the Templars? Sorry, there they are. Needs to storm these lurkers. Oh my god, they're so clumped. Storm, storm, storm. Okay, never mind. They need storm.
There we go.
Storm your Zealots and they're all dead already. Fine. DC going to work. Oh, no, actually, the Bling's going to work. Turn around. Darkstorm not really going to help the Zerg super much. Well, doing something. Wow, that Storm didn't get a single Ling somehow. That was impressive that you could miss that with so many Lings running in, to be honest.
Ooh, Muta's over at the 9 o'clock. There's still 3 cannons available. 4 Muta's not going to be enough to get that job done. What happened to, there was that Green Spire. Why was that made? Like,
There
that could have been Guardians.
Because he wanted to try Muta's first, now it's making Guardians. Look, a single Storm stopped those would have stopped those Mutas, and now 2 Storms will stop those Guardians, no problem. I don't think there's going to be an issue for us whatsoever, unless he like snipes the Templar. So yeah, the Greater Spire is still not really worth it in my books. Looks like Protoss thinking of taking this top base again. Now, it's all well and good to be efficient with a little commando shuttle here, but you kind of need to have an actual army presence here if you're going to hold this.
Oh no, this poor shuttle.
Yeah, the hit squad's out for him. Look how many lurkers Zerg has just here, just to stop Protoss from taking this. Now, shuttle Reavers in the main. I don't think Zerg has a very good answer to this. His Ling's coming in. Ooh, decent Scarabs. Wow, he didn't even aim at that last Ling. He's going to kill the Greater Spire, the least useful building Zerg has right now. Well, he doesn't need 8
not,
Spire.
though. It's Reavers, man. You're not killing buildings with Reavers.
Yeah, true. Not cost efficient anyway. By the way, the Guardian's not doing anything. I was going to say the Greater Spire is open killing it, but then again, he won't have a Spire at all if you kill that, so it still seems pretty good. Meanwhile, Zerg tried to break into the top right and failed. Protoss trying to bash down this middle on the high ground again. Once again, no Observer with this attack. Oh my god.
Yeah, and there's so many rovers on the map. Like, there's no excuse now.
Yeah, and he has so much gas.
There's plenty.
So much gas. Well, he is securing this ramp though. With Archon, with Reaver, it's going to be harder and harder for Zerg to bust that. Needs to stop that Defiler. Lurkers with Swarm could definitely get the job done. He gets a Plague down, but he will pick off to the 5, which is a good pick off here. Now, it's only Zealot Goon here, but it can do a decent job of just like zoning these reinforcements. Some still getting through though.
The Guardian's moving forward over at that 9 o'clock base as well, so pressure's going to be on somewhere.
He just needs to storm them, they would die so fast. But he's busy with his main army, to be fair. A few reinforcements getting picked off as well. Okay, that next is going down the top right. I really want to see him storm these Guardians. Well, he targets the Templar, and he gets it, so there goes that option. And he's going to get the Reaper as well. And this might just open the way for the ground forces to run in here, actually. But it just mines out at this exact moment, so it kind of doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean, as far as this game has gone, though, what are we looking at as far as mining bases? Like, how's there not been an attempt to take this 3 o'clock base yet from Zerg? These Guardians putting some big work in.
Nice Plague there by Zerg.
Yo, that's
so much
gross.
damage. Yeah. This little army has kind of done a good job picking off reinforcements. Now it's Plague, though. It becomes so much more fragile. I guess he's just going to try and defend this top right location, which might be a fine move. This top right's all well and good, but how is he going to get any probes there?
Shuttles, man. He's been doing it all game.
Yeah? Is he doing it right now? Is that what's in the shuttle? Nope. It's
he's moving stuff in the shuttle. It could be probes.
You know, for a Plagued army, that was a pretty good engagement with those characters, I have to say. Oh god. Oh, 3 Defilers. Unfortunate. Zerg just really wants a Defiler up here to try and bust this, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, I'm very concerned because Type 100, they still have their supply lead. They still have plenty of drones, but since they're not making the attempt, the DT's clearing out lanes there since the 3 o'clock, so still doesn't have that base available. You can see the money's dead, dry for Type 100 at this point.
I'm not going to be able to clear this out. I promise you, they are not going to be able to do this. I mean, I guess it's not too inefficient given that, their value is less anyway. Maybe this is the best thing to do with them, but I don't know. Where's his reinforcements? He has so much money. Why is so few units coming into gateways? Zerg has been like pretty low on money this entire game actually, even when they had 64 drones, so obviously macro stronger. Ah, this DT finally gets to his job. Actually wait, he has 9 kills, I guess he's been doing his job for a while, huh?
Yeah, lings and stuff with like even look at this drone. It's gonna get sent over and it's just gonna die again.
Shuttle coming down. Another storm drop potentially in here. Look, he's gonna drop the zealot, but like, see, there's no DT. It was the zealot that did that. No such thing as DTs. Those lings is having heart attacks. Now the storm drop. Oh, zigging, zagging. Oh, the nice burrow, so he doesn't see that there's many there. Just gonna try and get the gas ones. I guess it worked. Oh, he doesn't burrow these ones though. Oh, he went back in the storm. Unfortunate. Big damage done there by Protoss. Nice drop.
This DT at the 3 o'clock, 15 kills. It's doing so good. And the tower defense in the top right. There's like multiple Archons, so many cannons, Reavers everywhere. Like, this is going to get the job done for sure.
Okay, but Zerg can easily contain, that's for sure. Can he pick away with Guardians? Technically, you can just storm them, but maybe he might get the job done. Guess we'll see. Because I feel like Protoss units get baited there. Look at this Archon getting bullied all the way over here. Oh, is this the probe drop you were talking about? It is indeed. Huh. Guess it's real. Man, that DT though.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get this base running though. Look at Protoss economy. All these bases mined out. Top right's the only thing you care about here. Well, Zerg does have 3 sources of income, and the constant reattempt to take this 3 o'clock, not realizing this DT is gonna keep shutting it down.
Did you see? Oh my god! Did you see that attempt at the top right as well? He kind of sent a single lurker under the swarm. It's got deleted. This is a well-defended base. I don't think Zerg's going to get in here, but at the same time, I think Zerg presumably can take this 3 o'clock at some point, and we'll just have so much more mining, it might not matter. Man, no, you're not getting in that way. No, stay in the swarm. The swarm protects you from Guardians. You're fine.
Yeah, not that I ever want to see this, but it's like we're this late in the game. Crackling drops would destroy this base.
True.
Like, you don't have to go through the ramp. Like, you got all these flying transports that are already there.
The lurker's just too close together, and Protoss is like, alright, they're dead. Can even move down this Archon, so very tenacious defense right now. Okay, will this DT finally fall? 16 kills, but I think this is the end of the line for him. 17 kills, not bad for one DT, huh? Okay, storm. Nice. Even the Archon's coming in here, going at hits. Oh, look at that! Deletes those Guardians.
Yeah, I mean, that DT stopped that base for minutes. The number of kills doesn't matter. The amount of time it bought was out of control.
So tell me, who's actually defending here and who's attacking?
I'm not sure what's happening at this point. There's so many lanes being made. Type 100 actually at max at this point.
Oh my
Getting reestablished again. They have a lot more mining bases available. I think even if they just let them have the top right, if they contain the natural in this mineral base, Jellyman's in a lot of trouble.
He needs a storm here. He needs like 10 storms here. Well, the Reavers actually do a pretty good job though. Archon gets taken out.
Zealots on the left side. Counterattack time.
Ooh, but into the lurker field? I don't know about that. Well, they could just run through, I guess.
Yeah, just run through. Or stop right there.
What?
Come on.
Meanwhile, so many lings have fallen at this top right. Oh my god. Zerg trying so hard to get in here. These Zealots just standing there and taking it. I guess this is their atonement for their earlier cowardice. I mean, okay, if this Reaver here, Zerg's still just going to hold this. I mean, sorry, Protoss going to hold this. Zerg's not going to bust this like this. The storm would help, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to kill that lurker. Yes. Man, if Protoss didn't throw away those Zealots, he would have been very efficient over the last couple of minutes. Not really sure what he was thinking there.
I mean, it's just something to get on the map. I actually don't mind the move. Just the execution was kind of the problem.
Well, if
you've been so active with.
He might have done something, right?
Yeah, well, you've been so active with these speed shuttles. DT drops when your +3 weapons are so strong at killing tech. Like, you could just obliterate things. That Reaver drop we saw like 5 minutes ago.
Did you see that Scarab on the top right? It didn't like get stuck on anything. It just blew up halfway to its target for no fucking reason. Okay, another Darkstorm coming up here. I don't know when Zerg's going to learn that Darkstorm is not the only ingredient he's going to need here. Then again, no Storm going down. But, no, the Blings are already all dead. I didn't even see them die. Oh my god, that's Scarab.
Well, this is the attrition. You keep throwing lings, they keep building scarabs.
Like, are you for real? Literally Zap Brannigan strategy here? Like,
yeah, just waves upon waves until they hit their kill count.
Until they run out of minerals to build scarabs? Are you serious? Oh my god. How many kills this Reaver has? I can't see because it's scarabs. 25 kills!
This will actually be hard to deal with though, because a lot of the anti-air over the top right has been killed, and Guardians are being morphed. This will be able to eventually chew through this stuff.
He's got 3 Templars. You can storm those easy. If he snipes the Reaver, it might be a big deal, but just like generally breaking this, as long as Protoss is paying attention, just throws down storms, I don't think it's going to be too hard to deal with.
Another army really accumulating on the left side. Lots of Archon. Even that giant gas bank. There's your storm that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think if you're attacked with these Guardians, they cannot be clumped. They have to be like so far apart from each other
to like bait storms. Yeah, exactly. You spread them out.
Or just like fan them out, like left, middle, right, super far away. Protoss is moving on. Protoss is moving on the left side. These Guardians moving into cannon range. So
okay, he bought himself this time. Yeah, Guardian's kind of like that too. They just kind of do that. Oh. But yeah, he's busting through this now. What does Zerg have back here to defend the main? Suddenly caught off balance, even though he's almost max. All these units are in the top right, trying to break through here, and they're just running into cannons. Thanks, Guardian. Such a great unit, huh?
Do you see any queens on the map? Why isn't Snare being researched?
I don't yet, but it's not too late. But it might be too late if he kills the Queen's Nest, which he's on track to do right now. Losing the main would be such a blow for Zerg at this point. He has a lot of like hatcheries around, and it looks like he's just immediately starting to rebuild in the bottom right, not even really waiting to try and defend this. He's like, alright, I guess I'm building another tech tree.
I mean, that's the smart thing to do. He still has so much of resource available. He hasn't really used any mining over to 3 o'clock. That's the big mistake we're seeing from Type 100. Like, he's got that base established. He works so hard to get it. He's a lot of armies committed to that bottom left. Like, there's an opportunity to maybe get on the map, try to do something other than just siege this ramp. Or is this actually just to contain at this point? Yeah, I actually think this is just, we're not going to see him go for that thing. He's just, you're not getting another base. And then it's going to be on Jellyman to actually close this game out.
Well, more Guardians trying to come in here. Out of cannon range as well. Look at him go. Yeah, the Storm's that.
Look at him go.
Storm. What are you waiting for? Okay, I guess he wants to storm the other one. The other one needed to inflate its kill count or something. So there you go.
Ooh, kill the Templar.
Yeah, killed
I mean, so much gas is available.
They cost like, what is it, 150 or something like that? So, not even an efficient trade for Zerg in the end. Oh, here comes the Archon. Another storm would be good. The only problem here with Jellymang is kind of slow on the trigger with these storms, but he's fighting in another location. I mean, he's kind of melting everything right now. Consumes a Mutalisk to cast a Dark Swarm, oh no, to cast a Plague, which on mostly Archons is kind of not the best. Yes, it's decent on those goons, but these Archons are just melting everything before them. And I don't know, if Zerg can stabilize some kind of defense here, he needs a bunch of Hydras out or something. Did he rebuild the Hydra? He did. But I don't know, he's kind of breaking through here.
Yeah, but it's like, is this the kind of stuff you really care about? If you fortify the fence over on that right side, like, you already rebuilt the tech tree, like, you got plenty of hatcheries for production, you don't really care that much. It's gonna hurt more to lose the 6 with 4 hatcheries and a Hydra then. That's gonna hurt more than 8.
Already, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, that's a lot of production you could lose right there. And he's starting to run low on money. He can't really want to do this. We do see a lot of Zerg movement on the bottom side. Maybe this is going to be an attempt to take a real fight rather than, you know, slowly letting Protoss do their thing while you keep attempting that top right. That's just not ever going to work. Jellyman's still on one base, really mining that top right side about halfway through the minerals available.
I love that Protoss pulled back as well, just as Zerg is getting ready to attack. He has a whole bunch of units that naturally, if he reunited all this, I think it would be really strong. But look at this, I think he's going to try and take the low ground now. That was, what, Plague going to come in maybe? I'm not even sure. Shoot that Reaver. Are we playing Reaver decent? Not bad, but I mean, for the cost of it, the Father, I'm not so sure. This is going to clear these lurkers out now. Protoss takes this natural and starts mining, I think he's won.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a pass for everything we're going to see, because 42 minutes, like, you're mentally fried at this point.
True.
But where is Overlord? Drop! Come on! Like, I mean, this is the biggest thing, and at this point, it'd be so cost-effective. Like, you're trying to throw in these little groups of lings, you're trying to throw in all this little stuff. Like, you don't have to go crazy, but these little investments, if you threw them in the main, away from this wall of Reaver nonsense, that's all you really need here. Storm's going down, trying to do some big damage. Look at this Jellyman army. Lots of Archons, because that gas bank is out of control.
He's going to surround these lurkers and destroy them. No, reclaims this location. That lurker field's been up for a long time. Now it's suddenly fallen. Zerg's map control has been severely affected by this. Whole bunch of lings there, but there's plenty of Archons to deal with those. They are not going to be able to face this army whatsoever. He needs to get these lings out of here. You can throw down a Dark Storm if you want, but it ain't going to help you. I'm telling you now. Look at that storm. No, this is a disaster for Zerg. Absolute slaughter. Okay, there is the lurker there, but plenty of Zerg to survive. Not a necessary storm, if you ask me. Can he just bust this 3 o'clock? That ramp would be tricky to get up with Archons, I suppose.
Well, I think you can go down and go off the other ramp, but you can see, hey, if your opponent was doing it to you, why not try to do it to them? Sure. We do see Dark Storm. We're going to try to protect it, make it a little more annoying to deal with here. DT in production, like actually DTs would be pretty good here because there's just not that many Overlords kind of around. These Archons would be able to clean them up pretty easily. Little group of Lings in a Defiler going to try to put pressure on. Jellymate wants to take that natural, and Type 100 I think has to stop this. That should be the focus of this entire game at this point, to make sure that natural doesn't happen.
Well, looks like he's going to try and bust this mineral only. And, well, there's a lot of Lings once more, but again, it's Lings versus so many Archons. He needs Hydras versus this. He has a few, but Storms are absolutely devastating. Melts so many units there. He pulls back from the Dark Storm a bit, cleans up these Lings. Can deal with those, oh no, actually, what does he have to do on this level? I realised. He does actually pull back, huh? Oh, nice Storm on the drones, though.
And all we're seeing at this point in production, like, look, like, at this point, just you're so fatigued. It's just like, I'm making Templar and Archons, I'm making Lings, that's all we're gonna see at this point.
Like, forever. His Filers are falling. Of course, he pushes him back, but I mean, Protoss still getting plenty of efficiency here. Like, look at the kills on these Archons. They have gotten plenty of their money's worth so far. That one's about to die. Oh no. Dark Storms again.
Still seeing a speed shuttle across the top side. Like, what is it doing now?
Oh, picking up those Reavers. I guess they're not important anymore.
The Protoss army has to retreat back because, again, they got to support this natural. Cannons are going to start going down. Plenty of Archons and Storms still available. But you don't have that tight ramp. It will be a little bit harder to defend this, but still, Jellymate can hold this base. It's so important at this point. You can just see these are a resource that bottom right going to mine out pretty quickly at this point. That mineral has not been replenished with drones, and Ling's going to go forward here, but there's still plenty of units. Darkstorm goes down at a pretty good time, but the Archons are still available. Speed shuttle going to move down right into some mutas. 2 Reavers going down and get some harassment done. If you kill these drones, that'd be so good.
Oh yeah, he's going to kill those drones. Or maybe just the Filers. He's going to kill everything, man. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. There's so many Defilers there to kill. That's actually a lot of gas if you kill those. Oh my god. This is such a valuable job. Even though he's losing 2 Reavers, it's still so worth it. Oh,